阿里云。说到阿里云啊，大家都知道他们有领先全球的云计算，但今年他们有一个全新的标签，叫全债人工智能服务商。什么是全债 AI 呢？马上跟我一起去看一下。人非常多 ，MWC 汇聚来自全球的各个科技公司。然后我们看到，哎，这里就是咱们阿里云的展台了。首先跟大家介绍一下这个冬奥的这个墙。其实阿里云呢，从2017年开始就和我们冬奥会有合作，为他们提供云服务的这个支持。都说啊，这届的米兰冬奥会呢是史上最智能的一届奥运会，包括咱们看到的一些360度的这种慢动作回放，以及云端直播。其实这一切背后呢，都离不开咱们阿里千问强大的 AI 的支持。那么今天呢，我们是特别有幸的请到了我们阿里云智能集团的副总裁、网络研发的负责人蔡德忠蔡总来带我们一起逛展。我们现在有请蔡总。蔡总，哎，终于见面了！你好，你好，你好，你好。怎么样？什么时候到的巴塞罗那？
前天晚上。
前天晚上在倒时差呢吗？
还行吧，
还行是吗？我刚才其实我提前来到咱们展台这边了，然后我就试了这个，然后我觉得特别好玩，你给我展示一下吗？
哦，这个就是我们刚刚结束的那个米兰冬奥会，
是这
个 ARGC 的一个交互式的一个套件。你可以试试。
对，因为他们说已经把我的这个信息采集进去了，等一下就是我在这上面，就这么按是吗？
我来帮你。对，就这么按一下，对。
哦，这是我是吗？啊。哟，还挺像，能再美颜一下吗？哦，所以这是咱们其实跟冬奥会一起的一个合作。
对，
然后就用户可以自己上传自己的形象，然后生成这样的视频。对，我们现在都说这个 AI 生活当中每个人都离不开 AI， 我觉得现在 AI 就是我的生活助理，我什么事情都要问他。我不知道蔡总您使用 AI 的情况怎么样？
基本上每天都在使用吧。
每天都在使用。
对。
主要是什么场景呢？
场景就很多啊，包括日常的，比如朋友聚餐这个点菜，是吧？包括我们平时这个代码的这个 review 啊，
是。
甚至还包括我们看一些这个行业会议，这个行业前沿的这个 report 啊，这个论文的分析啊，等等。
是。那这里我们就不得不提到咱们阿里的千问，因为刚才呢，咱们的工作人员也帮我用千问来点了奶茶。那我也是了解到呢，其实目前千问的这个下载量已经突破了10亿次。想问一下您，听到这个数字之后心情怎么样？
这个应该也是预料之中的吧？
预料之中啊，对咱们的技术特别有自信。
对，
那咱们千问到底强在哪里？
我觉得可能用几个关键词来形容一下吧。
这个就是咱们千问是吗？
对，
咱们
就是说，第一呢，就是它有领先的这个模型的这个性能
是
和性价比
是，
对吧？然后第二个呢，我觉得就是它的全面的开放性。然后第三个呢，就是它的全尺寸、全模态。这个如果展开一下讲呢，就是说我们今天千问它的模型，它不只是一个单个的模型，它是一个模型的家族。比如说我们已经开源了400多款这个模型，就覆盖的范围从5亿的参数到上千亿、上万亿的这个参数的模型。不仅仅是文本，还包括这个语音啊、视频啊等等。支持的语言就201种这个语言。
明白。
它是一个全尺寸、全模态。
那咱们为什么要选择把这么强的模型给开源出来呢？
因为这个模型它最终还是为了这个呵护这个人间的烟火，是吧？对，它是要普惠人类，普惠全人类。所以呢，我们是一开始呢，我们就走这个开源的这么一个策略，可以让广大的这个开发者和这个所有的世界各地的这个开发者都可以用这个千问这个模型。所以我们目前为止呢是开源了400多款模型。但是呢，全球的开发者基于这个我们的千问这个模型呢，衍生的模型就有20多万种。所以下载量呢有超过10个亿，所以这个也就意料之中，是吧？但这是一个什么概念啊？就是如果你看这个所有的这个开源设施的模型，这个下载量或者衍生的模型这个数量，千问当然是 No.1 是吧？是第一。但是它超过了第2到第9名的总和。当然这个还不是最主要的，最主要的就是说无论你是 多模态、多尺寸，怎么的开放，这个还不是一个充分条件，充分条件还是它的领先的这个性能，比如就拿我们刚刚这个发布的这个 Qwen 3.5这个 Plus 这个是我们刚刚开源的一个比较强的这个模型，位居这个 No.1 的。
是它比上一代的迭代更新在哪些地方？
这个呢，除了性能之外，就我刚才讲了，我们这个 AI 呢，它是要呵护人间烟火，所以呢，它的最重要的一点呢，我们除了这个性能的提升之外呢，还是需要把它的这个成本给降下来，也就是要提升它的性价比。
对，
否则大家都用不起啊。
是因为我经常
你还怎么普惠？
因为我还记得我上回就是要做一个 AI 的视频，想说试一下，结果呢，我走到最后一步开始要我付费，然后还挺贵的，我就没舍得。
所以我们这个 Qwen 3.5 Plus， 它实际上它的模型的参数已经高达3970亿。
是，
但是呢，我们采用了这个 MOE 这种架构，其实它激活的参数只有170亿。而且呢，我们在底层还做了很多的这个性能的这个优化，这个优化是实际上不仅仅是底层是这个 RS、Pass 这个全站的这个优化，所以我们的这个性价比呢可以很高，就给你做个对比吧，就我们 Qwen 3.5 Plus 它这个 API 的调用，每100万的 token 大概只有8毛钱这个相比这个 Gemini 3的这个 Pro 呢，只有它的1/18。
是。
对，
物美价廉。
对，物美价廉。
然后其实可以让更多的这种消费者他们来体验到这个新的技术。
你介绍完了这个模型是吧？
是。
那我接下来还要再给你介绍一个产品。
这是什么？
这是我们的 Model Service 这个产品为什么重要就是这个模型基础大模型具有很强的这个智能，
是。
但是把这个智能转化成真正的生产力，那需要这个模型的大规模的部署，需要我们广大的这个企业进行这个快速、敏捷、安全、可靠的进行大规模的部署。
是。
那这个就是我们这个 Model Service 它是一个 MaaS 的一个这个服务能够基于这个我们的这个产品，特别是这个 Model Studio， 特别是基于这个产品，可以呢让我们的这个客户呢能够很迅速、很快捷的这个部署这个模型，而且呢可以提供安全可靠性，这样呢就是说我们的这个客户呢他就不用这个担心这个安全稳定性就这方面的问题，他可以很放心的在我们这个阿里云上使用我们这个模型服务，来真正的把这个模型的智能转化成这个生产力，
然后让很多的消费者他也能够体会到，那我们这个价格又低，然后我们又服务到位，非常好，没有任何理由不用。
对。
那今天其实咱们在直播之前我也提到了，我们阿里有一个新的标签“全债人工”想问一下“全债 AI” 这个词是什么意思？
这个我们到这边来。
我们到这边是吗？行。
如果你看这个图这个全站叫 Full Stack AI，
是
实际上是包括从这个 RS 到这个 Pass，再到这个 MaaS，再到上面的这个基础模型，
是
它是一整个的这么一个系统，其实今天呢，我们说这个全站世界上我们放眼望去，世界上真正具备这个全站能力的公司是屈指可数的。既能有这个基础大模型，比如说像我们的Qwen，又有全球的这个云的基础设施，还包括我们这个底层的自研的 GPU 的芯片，
是
具备这3个能力都具备的。我们放眼望去，可能只有谷歌和阿里云。
你看咱们蔡总这个脸上的笑已经藏不住了。来。
对，那这个全站的 AI 这个 stack， 我还要想强调几点
是，
第一个呢，就是全球的这个资源的部署。就是说你所有的这些智能，其实都需要这个模型给它大规模的这个部署，才能产生真正的这个效益。其实它都需要这个
基础设施
GPU 的卡，都需要这个数据中心，都需要耗电，都需要全球的高性能的这个网络。那我们阿里云呢，到今天呢已经有29个region。94个这个可用区，但是这个数据还在急剧的这个快速的这个增长，
是
比如我们去年1年大概就新建了好几十个这个 AR 的这个集群，而且呢，这个呢也可以说呢也是践行我们3年3800亿这个基础建设的这个投资，我觉得这是第一点，我想给你介绍的，就是我们全球的资源的布局，然后第二点我想介绍的。 就你看这些全站呢，有这么几层啊，但这些层都不是孤立的，它是合在一起，共同的协作的这个工作，整体来工作。我们都说这个数据中心像一台电脑，是吧？这个话行业当中已经讲了10几年了，
是。
但是呢，在这个 AI 这个 full stack 这块才真正的体现出来，因为这些各个站协同才可以真正的优化这个性能，提升这个性价比。对。就我们为什么可以做到1/18，是吧？这个成本，实际上是离不开这个全站的 cross 这个 boundary 的这个性能的这个优化。
是，明白。
对。
那我们其实，
那我还是给你具体再介绍2个具体的这个我们的产品吧。
对，我还想知道，就关于说 AI 训练来说，阿里云咱们有哪一些技术来支持这些大模型的训练？
对，那我想介绍2个具体的产品啊，一个是我们的 ICE 的产品叫凌俊呢，它是我们这个 AR 集群的一个产品。那我们说的 AR 集群，其实我们的客户其实最关心的是什么嘛？就是性能。当然这个性能不仅仅是这个峰值的性能，那峰值性能当然很重要啊。性能呢，其实客户更加关注的是，在大规模部署、高负载的这个流量的这个情况下，在性能是不是还可以保持这么这个峰值，是吧？还有就是说你这个集群的稳定性，等等。那我们这个凌俊呢，这是我们最新的这个凌俊的这个集群啊，我就想跟你做一些简单的介绍。好你看这个数字，100P6U 是这什么意思呢？就100P 呢，说明它是这个带宽可以达到100个 PB 的这个带宽，这就说明整个集群的规模有多大。规模。那这个你可以做一下这个简单的计算啊。比如说1块 GPU 的卡是1个 T 的带宽，那100P 呢就是10万张卡。10万张卡。那也就是说我们一个集群可以支持10万张卡的规模。当然今天我们很多的那个 GPU 的卡是不需要1个 T 的带宽的，只需要400G 的带宽。那就是这是25万张卡。这就是集群的规模。明白。这个6U 呢是6微秒，说明它的这个延时。那如果你只看这个数字，可能没有一个体感啊。如果做一个对比，就是 AWS 这个全球这个领先的这个云服务商，他们在他的这个 re:Invent 这个大会上，也展示了他们的这个 AR 这个 cluster 它的集群的这个性能，是吧？它是10P10U，也就是说它的带宽只有我们的1/10，但它延时反而比我们高了60%多。这个你可以看它这个 difference，
对，看到它区别，看到差别，
对，当然这个讲的是这个峰值嘛，是吧？但是你要真正做到这个客户关心的这个性能呢，还看这个数字，这个叫做有效的训练时间。这什么意思呢？就是说你这个集群可能会经常出软件、硬件的故障，GPU 掉卡了呀，是吧？所以这个时候呢，你这整个训练可能就停止了。这时候其他的这个 GPU 可能都不 work 了，是吧？我们说99%的有效训练时间呢，是说所有的 GPU99%的这个时间都在干活。那这个还是很重要的，这个是很重要的。这里面涉及到一堆的这个后面的这个技术。明白，比如说你怎么样快速发现这个故障啊，这个快速的这个自恢复啊，等等啊。那比如你要做一个对比，比如有些其他家的公司，它的有效训练时间，比如是90%，那这个就已经很高了，90%。
那咱们做到99%，
那还差9%，9%是什么意思啊？
来说说。
就是我们一个万卡的集群，那可能就几十亿的这个成本，9%意味着就是上亿的成本，就你上亿的成本可能就浪费掉了。
明白。
这就是我们凌俊带给我们客户的这个价值，就是高性能、高稳定。
高性能、高稳定，其实这也是客户最关心的这2个点。对，性能跟稳定性。
对，最终就转化成这个高的性价比。
非常好。
那这个除了这个凌俊，这个还已经很好了，但这个还不完善。
您还有什么大招藏在后面？
对，因为这个只是这个IaaS这一层，要想真正把这个模型的这个性能、性价比进一步提升，那还需要靠我们另外一个产品。这个产品呢叫派。你看这个名字就知道了，它的机器学习的平台，它就是机器学习的平台，
就机器自己学习了。
对，机器学习的平台。这个派呢，它是一个 PaaS 的一个产品，它的主要作用是什么呢？它是协同这个20层进行一个跨层的一个协同的这个创新。比如说把计算的算子和通信的算子进行融合的这么一个优化。它而且也是一个全生命周期的一个优化。不仅仅是这个预训练，还包括这个推理，还包括这个后训练。 这里面呢，我就给你介绍2个简单的这个产品吧。一个就是我们的派 MOE 啊，这个是专门为万卡以上的这种大模型训练做的一个平台啊。它呢经过一系列的这个技术的这个创新和这个和迭代，就目前呢就是说可以把这个万卡的这个 MOE 的这种大模型的训练的性能可提升3倍。提升3倍
，3倍那很高了。
还有一个这个行业当中经常用的这个效率的一个指标，叫这个 model flops 这个利用率，它的利用率高达61%啊，这个数字已经是一个很高的一个数字。一般行业当中可能也就是30-40%，
然后咱们已经翻倍了，61%是
啊，这个是大模型这个训练。
是
我们还有一款产品呢，叫派 EIS，这个是专门为大模型的推理。做的一个平台，那推理当中就用了很多这个行业当中用的一些技术啊，像什么大规模的这个 EP 的专价变形啊，像这个 prefer decode 的这种分离啊，像这个高性能的这个 carry cache 的这个智能化的管理和传输啊，等等等等。
是
啊，这就是可能一天也讲不完，是吧？但是看数字啊，就经过我们这个大量的这个技术的创新和优化之后啊。我们这个派 EIS 这个平台啊，可以让这个 throughput 提升到71%，这个 TPS。另外一个关键指标就是这个 latency 啊，这个延时啊，无论是在 TTFT 还是 TPOT 这个大规模的这个大幅度的这个下降。还有一个呢，就是它的快速的这个启动啊，比如这个冷启动的时间下降到89.8%。然后呢，它的这个还有这个快速的这个弹性的扩容的这个时间
是
降低到70.6%。
明白。所以咱们其实阿里云不只是把 AI 给做出来，咱们还把 AI 要跑的路给修好了。对，就是这个意思。那我们其实知道，现在目前上市面上的很多硬件产品，其实背后都有咱们阿里云的这个技术支持。然后我知道咱们阿里云呢有阿里云百链多模态交互开发套件，您能给我们介绍一下？
哦，对，那我给你介绍一下吧。就是我们刚才说了，这个模型具有强大的功能，
是
吧？然后呢，我们的开发者，我们的这个企业的客户，实际上呢是通过这个 model 这个 service 这个模型这个服务，
是
要把它用起来。但是对我们的硬件这个厂商来说呢，就是如果把这个硬件的智能性做出来，那其实它也要提供一个很快捷的这个能力，是吧？这就是我们的百链叫多模态的交互式的这个开发套件。
是
基于这个开发套件呢，就可以很容易的把我们刚才讲的这个强大的这个模型应用到实际的产品当中，应用到这些硬件设备上。那应用到这个硬件设备上，有了这个大模型的这个加持，那今天的硬件呢，跟我们传统的硬件那就不是同一个档次的硬件了。
明白。所以我们看到这里有很多的设备，包括这个办学机、陪伴机、智能耳机等等，其实都是应用了我们多模态交互套件的一些企业。那么其实，在我们刚才也说到，我们有了这么强大的一个开发套件，那这些智能硬件呢，也可以说是真正的被注入了一些灵魂。那么今天特别感谢咱们蔡总的分享，谢谢您。
好，
谢谢。那我们刚才呢，其实通过蔡总的介绍，我们了解到了我们阿里在我们的包括我们的千问的大模型，以及包括全站人工智能的部分，我们阿里云做的努力。那么接下来呢，我们要邀请到的是阿里云智能集团国际客户技术服务部的负责人吴鹏程吴总，来给我们介绍一些这些技术的落地情况。吴总你好。
你好，
吴总你好，
欢迎。
先跟我们直播间的朋友们打个招呼吧。
大家好，我是阿里云国际负责服务的这个总经理。那今天很高兴能够有机会跟大家来来在这个 MWC 的现场做一些分享。
其实我们镜头转到这边来，就能看到我们很多的企业的名字已经在这里，这些都是咱们的客户是吗？
对。
能跟我们具体分享1-2个吗？
好的，其实我们在全球来说的话，做了很多各种各样类型的项目。这个墙上面展示的很多是跟 AI 有关的。
是。
那我大概简单简几个介绍一下。
是。
比如说我们在这边是阿斯利康。那这个应该是全球最知名的一家药企。然后我想很多人可能都听说过它。那大家知道，在药物的研发过程中呢，会有一些临床的这个实验，然后呢，我们要产生很多的这种就叫做不良反应的一些报告。那这些报告呢，其实我们会需要采集大量的用户的这个比如说各种检测的数据。然后呢，最后填充到一个就是能够符合医药行业这个规范的一些报告里面。这个过程需要花费大量的人力、物力、财力。那么阿里云跟阿斯利康的合作呢，就是去帮忙把所有这些 这个药品测试过程中的这些数据包括结构化和非结构化数据采集下来，我们放在一个这个分析型数据库里面。
是。
然后呢，它会把它这个通过我们的百链大模型的能力，把它处理成一个这个就是 AI 能够正常去交互的一个能力，然后结合千问的这个模型，我们会自动会把这些数据通过千问的模型产生出一个这个不良反应的报告。然后这个报告的这个产生可以全自动化来做，所以我们能够帮客户把整个这个效率提升300%，而且这个准确性能够达到95%以上，这个是非常能够帮助他们提升效率，而且能够满足合规性要求的一个案例。那我们可以再来看一下，这个案例是一个比亚迪的案例。
是车企。
比亚迪应该是这个大家都很熟悉的一个汽车品牌。而且这也是目前来说我们国家这个汽车行业出海的一个典型的一个企业。那包括我今天在这个 MWC 的现场，我都有看到过很多比亚迪的车。
是的，他们在欧洲还是蛮强大的。
欧洲，然后包括东南亚等等，它都会有。然后呢，这个比亚迪在全球的一个核心竞争力之一，就是它的一个智能互联的车联网的一个能力。那这个能力呢，我们从2024年开始跟比亚迪来合作，帮助它在全球去拓展它这个全球的车联网。那这个车联网本身就需要保持这个车辆实时在线，能够就比如说满足各种智能化的控制的要求。那这个部分的话呢，就需要一个全球稳定的一个网络。满足这个合规性的要求，并且是在全球都要有足够的一些数据中心的布局，能够让车辆就近接入。
是。
我们能够通过这样的一个合作，帮助它把目前来说超过100万辆的这个海外的这个车辆能够连入到我们的这个车联网的系统里面。
是。
所以这个也是大大增强了它在这个车联网的稳定性，并且帮助他们节省了5%到10%的整个这个部署的成本。
所以咱们是他们这么成功的背后功臣。
对的。我们也很开心能够有机会帮助到中国企业去出海。那我想这边也是一个国企的案例。那我想这个中石油应该大家都很熟悉。
是。
然后呢他们其实在整个这个比如说石油行业通常会对地震的数据做很多的分析。所以他们开发了一个叫做 GeoEast 的这个软件。那这个软件有20多年的历史。然后通过这个20多年的迭代呢，他们其实有大概2000多个模块，所以整个系统是非常复杂的。目前来说，这套软件他们也在全球去售卖，而且能够这个在全球能够排到前3的一个地位。
是。
但是这个因为软件非常复杂，所以它实际上会要求到用户要非常熟悉这个软件的使用是非常困难的。所以他们跟阿里就展开了一个合作。
是。
用户可以通过自然语言的方式去输入他们希望达成的一个这个功能。然后这个我们通过千问去编排所有的这个复杂的一些 workflow， 就是这个工作流。然后让它能够这个达成到用户期望的一个效果。所以这样的话呢，对于用户来说，它会达成一个可解释性的一个工作流。那满足到说他既想说简化它的一个工作的这个复杂度，同时呢又提升它的一个效率。所以我们也是通过这个项目能够帮助到它能够往全球去扩展它的一个业务。然后最后我再简单介绍一下这是我们一个在国际政府行业的一个案例。
是。
这个是新加坡。因为大家知道新加坡是一个这个东南亚的一个这个小型的但是又非常发达的一个国家。
是。
那么这个国家就有很多的移民的人口，所以有大量的东南亚的移民会来到新加坡。那与此同时呢，新加坡政府希望通过AI 的能力提升这个所有政府部门的一些工作效率，并且他希望是一个第三方的开源的没有锁定的一个这样的一个效果。所以呢，我们帮助到新加坡政府去训练了一个针对东南亚语言的，就是包括泰语越南语这个各种，比如说包括中文，还有印度语等等这些语言的一些能力。所以这个能力呢，我们今天是可以把它跑在一个只有32GB 的这个内存的一个笔记本上面。那这个能够大大加速他们的这个政府办公人员的 AI 的工作效率。所以这也是一个它从这个西方的一些这个模型公司这个转到我们这样的一个这个第三方，并且是开源，并且是能够充分满足它的这个多语言场景下的一个解决方案。
明白，因为大家都说东南亚其实是一个很不好攻入的市场，因为它每个国家又小，
对，
然后它的语言又都不一样，
对，
然后所以其实要在咱们的这样的一个技术的支持下，就有可能一次性来打通他们的这个通路。
对，而且东南亚语言坦白说在其他很多的大模型的上面，它的效果其实都不是很好。对，我们帮他做了 很多的优化，使得它能够达成一个非常好的一个使用体验。
是，那刚才其实咱们也聊到，目前很多中国企业都在出海，然后包括咱们也支持比亚迪。那我想问一下，对于那么多的中国企业出海，其实他们会遇到很多的问题。
对，
像比如说这种跨文化、跨地域，还有包括很多合规的这些部分。那我想知道阿里云在这个部分是怎么来做到支持的呢？
我觉得很重要一个点就是不管是说本地的客户，还是说这个在比如说中国企业的出海，其实核心要解决的一个问题是说，他们在使用这些科技的产品，或者说搭建这个系统能力的时候，需要满足当地的一些合规性的要求。
是，
因为这样的话，它才能够正常去开展它的业务。所以我觉得很重要一个点是说，我们能够去满足到这个全球的一些合规性要求。那么阿里云在全球去部署我们的数中心的时候，同时同步会去推进说对当地的一些法律法规的一些解读和遵从，所以我们满足到全球的合规的要求。那这样的话呢，能够确保说用户在部署这些系统在我们这上面的时候，不管是它金融，还是说这个制造，还是说今天是一个跟消费者有关的一些隐私保护等等，我们都能够得到充分的一些满足。
是
那么与此同时呢，就是我们的数中心的部署的广泛性要足够好，因为我想大家应该听说过阿里会在这几年有大加强了在海外的数中心的一些布局。所以我们今天在包括这个南美洲，包括在欧洲在这里我们都会有大量的一些新建的数中心，甚至我们当然在美国，在我们传统的一些东南亚，这个就更不用说，我们都会有大量的数中心。所以这个呢，能够让用户就近来使用我们的一些资源和这个产品。
是。
那么我觉得还有在这个基础上更重要的一个点是服务的能力。就我自己也是在负责服务的团队。那我会看到说全球的客户他对服务的要求会很不同，比如说他们有各种语言，各种文化，然后呢，甚至包括说他们会期待说你在不同的时间，给他
及时的响应，
而且要连续性，要保持一个高质量的一个服务。
是，
所以这样的话呢，我们就会需要在全球去搭建这个服务的团队，去满足本地化的一些要求。所以我们在30多个国家都会有这个本地的服务的人员，并且与此同时呢，就是我们在全球会构建这个服务中心，那么满足7乘24小时这个就是日不落的这个服务。对，所以这样的话呢，在全球的客户在任何时间他来提出一些服务的需求的时候，我们都有机会去满足。所以通过这样的一些方式，我们能够支撑到全球的这些客户把他的一些业务系统运行在阿里云上面，保持稳定，保持健壮，并且我们通过这些刚刚谈到的一些 AI 的能力去协助客户做一些创新，提升他们的效率，降低他们的成本。
那您会觉得说咱们在帮助咱们这些客户来做 AI 转型的时候，阿里云咱们提供最大的价值是什么呢？
我觉得其实很重要一个点是说，我们自己作为一家就是全球领先的一个云计算公司，那我们本身在内部就会有很多的一些实践。我举个例子，比如说大家可能在用淘宝去购物的时候，会发现说它的这个智能推荐也好，或者说你通过自然语言去搜索你想要的一些商品也好，还是说我们今天是有各种这个比如说淘系的这些软件，包括我们的高德的地图等等，那我们自己积累的一些 AI 的能力，可以赋能到我们的客户。那其次呢，我觉得我们是一家特别愿意这个躬身倾听客户声音的一家公司，所以我们会去真的会谦卑的去了解客户在业务上
遇到了问题，
什么样的挑战。对，然后呢，而且我觉得在过去的这个 IT 的发展的过程中，我们做了大量的一些这种，比如说信息化的，所谓的信息化本身就是把客户的业务流程能够固化成一个软件。然后呢，在这个过程中，我们积累了大量的一些传统的应用。那传统应用在今天 AI 的这个时代，其实我们会发现说它的效率并不是很高，而且它的流程是固化的，不能应对我们现在动态的一些市场。所以阿里会跟我们的合作伙伴一起帮助客户去做一些 AI native 的一些改造，就 AI 原生的一些改造，能够使得就是在应用在这个比如说在原有的这个基础上迭代出 AI 的能力。那这个 AI 的能力就能够让客户，比如说用自然语言的方式来处理，或者说甚至有很多时候它是能够全自动的去工作。那我们只要告诉他说，今天我们需要整理出一个报告，比如说交给总裁，那么他可能在很短的时间内，就是能够自动把我们需要做的一些业务洞察的分析等等就能够生成出来。所以这些呢，是我们今天在 帮助客户做 AI 转型的时候的一些所做的一些事情，所以这个都是说我们要去深入了解客户的应用，并且呢能够去就是结合阿里自身的一些能力，结合商务伙伴的一些能力，去把各行各业我们刚刚介绍过的这些AI 的一些案例等等，能够去真的能够去落下来，把 AI 能够沉到它的业务里，发挥它的一个业务价值。
明白。那其实刚才我们都聊到了很多阿里云，包括在技术上对于企业的一些支持。那么接下来我想了解的是，对于我这种普通人，对你如果比如说3年之后，你能想象阿里云的技术怎么落到我这个普通人身上吗？
我觉得其实阿里自己会在通过 AI 的能力去迭代很多自身的能力的同时呢，我们也希望说能够去输出一些这个大家看得见摸得着的一些这个 AI 的产品，
是
所以呢，我们刚好这个展台上有一个代表性的一个产品，当然那边也会有一些钉钉的产品，但这边是我们最新推出的这个 AI 眼镜，所以我们
AI 眼镜，
对，有请工作人员给您做一个简单的介绍和演示。
好，你好，你好，你好，你好，
你好，我是千问 AI 眼镜的产品经理。
是，
很欢迎你来到我们的千问 AI 眼镜的展台，因为这款眼镜融合了我们最新的千问 AI 大模型。对，所以这款眼镜呢，它不仅是一个非常时尚、非常好用的眼镜，同时因为结合了我们千问 AI 的大模型，也特别的聪明，并且能够办事，帮用户解决各类出行、商务、生活场景下的各种各样的问题。
你现在是戴着吗？
对，我正戴着这款眼镜。
难怪我看到上面有2个小屏幕，上面是什么？
对，上面小屏幕呢是眼镜的这个显示，可以把这个眼镜帮用户抓取到的各类信息，还有给用户的各类提醒，可以投射到用户的眼前，并且这一块屏幕呢是用户私人专属屏。
我能试试吗？
当然，你可以试试我这一款。
好，
对，好。
我现在在听歌。
对。你觉得音质怎么样？
音质非常好，然后从这边出来声音是吗？
对。
所以你有它，你就有一个耳机在这儿。
对。
然后我就也可以直接进行通话。
当然，
应该是
对，当然了，除了这一些能力以外，其实我们还有一些更酷的一些能力。比方说，您在这个出行在海外差旅的时候，它可以做89种语言的实时翻译。
真的吗？
对。然后在像咱们这样，比方说在这个有做这个演讲，或者是这个参加这个展会的时候，它还会有这个提词器的能力。然后
那我太需要了，作为一个主持人。
对，它可以帮助你在这个做这个演讲的时候，能够更自信、更加从容。
是，那我能试一下，比如翻译能力。
当然。
咱们翻译一个。
OK， 我来帮你开启一下这个能力，等会儿你在眼镜上可以看得到。
好。就是对方说什么，在屏幕面前就会直接显示。
假如我是一个这个中文的讲解员，您是一个来自海外的用户来参观我们的展台，那么我现在跟您说的这些中文，应该可以实时的投射到。
是我看到了。
对。
If you are Chinese interpreter and you were an overseas user visiting our booth, and I'm speaking Chinese to you now, and you should be able to translate in real time. Yeah.Thank you。
对，所以
我可以看到这个字在前面，以及我能听到他有人给我解释。然后你刚才说它是可以换不同的语言的，是吗？
对。
我们的摄像是意大利人，我们来试一下。
好的，对。
We're gonna try this, Silvio. You speak Italian, and then he will translate Chinese to me.
English.
And then English or Chinese. Yeah, then I will see if it's correct, and I will let you know. Yeah. Okay, you say something. Okay.
Buongiorno, come stai?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Right? Yeah, very great. Wow, that's very nice.
OK.
Yeah.
接下来我们可以尝试一下。
你看，现在都不用学英语了，现在都不用学语言了。
对，这个在商务出行还是这个旅行的时候是非常
实用、非常方便的。对。
当然了，你还可以，我来给你演示一下这个提词器，你可以体验一下。
好。
然后我会。这个可以让眼镜待会儿会在这个屏幕上呢投射一段这个演讲，你可以来进行一个跟读，来试一下，现在应该马上开始了。
I think we have been missing the forest through the tree when it comes to AI. We have been so focused, almost, 看不清楚，因为我近视啊。
没关系。
Yeah, forest through the tree when it comes to the AI. We have been so focused, almost obviously, on squeezing every bit of efficiency out of the AI to make our process faster and cheaper that we have overlooked the most important aspect of all. 所以你如果要演讲的话，其实你就可以直接用这个机器来做你的提词器。
对对，然后
因为我刚才还不是特别习惯，所以但是我一旦习惯之后，你会觉得很顺畅。
对，
因为它也可以这个支持近视镜的，所以等于说你如果近视也可以。
对，我感觉我是散光，因为我是旁边的2个英文看不清楚。
我们提供这个配镜的服务。
哦，是吗？还有配镜服务？
对对。
哦，那真的是这走进这个消费者，而且很实用。像您刚才说的，像旅游场景，很多中国人可能到海外去旅游，然后包括咱们很多可能海外的客户，他们去做一些谈判。其实这个时候，我们如果用到这个眼镜的话，就会有一个非常大的加持，对于很多咱们不管是普通的消费者或者是企业的这种用户来说。
没错，没错。
好，还有什么其他炫酷的功能吗？
当然了，最重要的是，你戴着这么一副智能的眼镜，可能有很多用户会担心它的续航问题。其实完全不用顾虑，因为我们的眼镜有这个可拆卸的这个换电设计。对，所以呢是完全能够满足普通用户一整天的一个续航。同时呢，因为具备了这个千问 AI 的大模型，你在这个行走在这个海外的这个旅行过程中，在街道上或者在马路上看见各种各样好奇或者感兴趣的事物，都可以向它进行一个提问，然后我们的 AI 大模型都可以做一个解答，并且这款眼镜的拍摄能力也很强大，
是
可以很快速的拍摄到这个一些精彩的照片，或者是录制一些精彩片段的一些视频。
就我可以直接用它来拍摄跟
比方说在这个 MWC 的展会上呢，你就可以用戴着这款眼镜来采集视频，来抓取这个现场这个。现场的情况。
明白。因为你知道现在很多人他都想，比如说去做一些自媒体，然后拍一些 vlog 什么的，然后不好意思拿着那个机子。
对。
但如果用这个的话，你就可以很方便的来记录你的生活。
对，而且因为它的造型是非常的时尚的，所以呢也不会觉得突兀或者尴尬。
是不是 ？I'm look good, looking good 对，
当然。除此以外呢，眼镜还可以帮你记住很多事情，比方说像咱们这几天在参加展会的时候，每天有很多事情要处理，那么呢，眼镜还可以帮你记录下什么时候你需要去参加哪一场 conference 或者是哪一场演讲，能够把时间地点都告诉你，并且在恰当的时候提醒你去。
他等于说也是我的助理。
对，
能帮我做翻译，然后能提醒我做各种事情，还能帮我拍照。
没错，是一个非常强大的 AI 助理。
非常好，谢谢你。我能把这个拿走吗？
没问题。
真的啊，是你把这个话说了啊。行，好，谢谢。好，吴总太厉害了。我太喜欢这个，我真拿走了啊！
没问题。
好，谢谢吴总。
觉得喜欢，因为我觉得刚才有一个点忘了介绍，就是其实很多时候我们在有些场景下是不适合说把双手拿出来掏手机啊等等。所以眼镜有一个好的地方是在于它不用你用手，对吧？所以呢，因为你是可以语音控制它的，所以呢你在比如说有些骑车啊、导航啊这个场景下面，其实你是完全可以脱手。去使用，比如说你骑着自行车想要去哪些地方的时候，它可以直接在上面投出你要导航的路线要怎么走，这个其实也是很方便的。对，
明白。因为其实你知道我近视非常多，但我一直戴着隐形眼镜。然后我觉得现在目前有这个眼镜的话，我可以带回眼镜。
是的，非常的 fancy， 然后这个也很 fashion， 所以我觉得这个是。也希望说有机会能够借助这样的一些产品，能够让大家更多的感受到 AI 的一些能
力。通过咱们的技术，真正的去改变大家的生活，然后也让大家的生活变得更加的便利。
对，因为我觉得我想引用一下这个马老师的一句话，就是我们讲说高科技不仅仅是这个去征服星辰大海，因为我们刚刚讲到的这些所有的大型企业，其实所做的这些事情真的是在征服星辰大海，但他也认为说更重要的是科技能够这个呵护人间烟火。那我觉得这些我们能够让 所有普通的消费者感受到 AI 给我们生活带来的便利，真的是我们的这个人间烟火。
谢谢吴总，谢谢。好，感谢蔡总跟吴总今天精彩的分享。在今天的直播当中呢，我们不仅看到了藏在云端的超强大模型，也看到了能戴在脸上的未来科技。从米兰冬奥会的 AI 赋能，到全球最大的开源模型矩阵，再到这副能看懂世界的眼镜，我最大的感受就是阿里云正在把全站人工智能从一句口号变成了全球开发者手指间的代码和每个人生活中的体验。这不仅是一家中国的科技公司的技术自信，更让我们看到了中国科技走向世界、服务全球的实力与担当。让我们一起期待接下来阿里云还会带给我们什么惊喜吧。今天的直播就是这样，我们下次再会。
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, welcome to the Alibaba Cloud AI Dynamic Summit. Please take your seats and switch your mobile phones to silent mode.
The dawn of a new AI era is unfolding. Facing the future, some see the mist, we see the stars. We believe innovation is the power of AI to drive evolution, empowering intelligence to stay ahead. We believe great creation is born from the power to build freely, fostering every spark of inspiration. We believe in a world of change, the strongest force is the trust of being always on, ensuring efficiency. We believe geography must not be a limit. Global service crossing mountains and seas, delivering a seamless, trusted and secure experience. These are one singular promise, built on their robust foundation of Alibaba Cloud. We deliver more than computing, we deliver enhanced customer value, the soil for innovation, the blueprint of the future. Alibaba Cloud, AI, innovation, any stack, anytime, anywhere, Alibaba Cloud, the 5A Cloud. Let's go evolve with Alibaba Cloud.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Alibaba Cloud AI Dynamic Summit. I'm Qwen, your AI host. AI is advancing faster than ever before. In the near future, trillions of connected agents will form an internet of agents, unlocking unprecedented value. Today, let's explore the full-stack technology powering this vision, and how they're being put into practice across industries. First, please welcome Sihan, Head of Greater China at GSMA.
Wow, I like Qwen. I don't know if you are the user of Qwen. I am. So yeah, welcome to this session, and I'm really excited to have Alibaba for the first time at MWC Barcelona. So it is a privilege for me to stand here in Barcelona, because this is a heart of the global connectivity and the birthplace of visions during MWC26. This show themed the IQ era, and to witness a profound shift with Alibaba Cloud and all of you. Thank you for coming. And what I'm going to talk about is the trajectory is so clear. We're moving beyond isolated technologies. So a lot of people told me this is a telecommunication show. Is it true? But the future belongs to mobile AI, which means a seamless fusion where artificial intelligence and mobile connectivity are no longer isolated, but a unified foundation system for all of us. What we need to talk about is today how we're going to break these boundaries and take Alibaba Cloud's Qwen as a prime example. Its rapid international expansion, supporting 201 languages across the globe, is a testament to the democratization of AI. We saw this power in action recently at the Milano Winter Olympics, where the IOC deployed the first ever artificial AI assistant powered by Qwen at the Olympic. This is the essence of mobile AI, turn ubiquitous connectivity into universal capability, making intelligence not just powerful, but profoundly accessible and actionable. This is very important for all of us. So now, but to realize the full power of mobile AI, we must bridge the gap between the digital and the physical world. This is where the intelligent hardware ecosystem becomes critical, as highlighted in GSMA Mobile AI white paper we launched this morning. We are entering an era of device, edge, cloud, network collaboration. AI is no longer trapped in data center. It is moving to the edge and into our hands. For Alibaba Cloud and the broader industry, this means redefining the hardware landscape. We are moving from the simple connectivity to embodied intelligence. Whether it is AI phone, it is our pair of glasses, our personal agent, or a car, a toy, a robot, the strategy is very clear. Let the network handle the connectivity, let cloud handle the heavy lifting, and us and the devices we have, and agents handle the context. This is the new paradigm. The world is transitioning from the Internet of Things, Internet of Applications, to an Internet of Agents, where technology doesn't just respond to our commands, but understands our intent. That's important, and open source models represented by Qwen, by Alibaba, and many others are also accelerating the realization of this vision in the realm of cloud edge collaboration. Yesterday marks a very significant milestone for our industry. I'm pleased to tell you that the launch of the Mobile AI Innovation Initiative, launched by GSMA, China Mobile, China Telecom, and China Unicom, a powerful collaboration of AI with mobile networks. This initiative, with its focus on intelligent networks, ecosystem collaboration, and industry adoption, will play a crucial role in building the very foundation that makes our shared vision of mobile AI a reality. This vision demands a platform that matches its ambition and potentials. That is exactly why I'm thrilled to announce a significant evolution for our community. This MWC Shanghai is undergoing a major transformative upgrade this year, evolving into a premier platform for technology advancement, digital transformation, and AI native agents. To drive this transformation, I'm proud to confirm that Alibaba, very thankful Alibaba Cloud has joined GSMA as a strategic partner for MWC Shanghai, together with another 30 well-known entities. Together, we will accelerate the integration of AI into the mobile ecosystem, helping Chinese innovation go global and inviting the global innovation to thrive in China. In closing, the IQ era is not defined by AI or mobile alone, but their symbiotic dance with GSMA's global reach, Qwen's capabilities, and the mobile AI hardware ecosystem and our strategic partnership. We have a unique opportunity to shape the future. Let us work together to build a more connected, more intelligent, and more inclusive world for everyone. Thank you so much, and hope this forum a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, Si Han. Next, Dennis Tsai, Vice President of Product and Engineering, Head Head of Network R&D at Alibaba Cloud Intelligence Group, will introduce Alibaba Cloud's full-stack AI services.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I welcome you all to attend Alibaba Cloud AI Dynamic Summit. My name is Dennis Tsai. I manage the network infrastructure team at Alibaba Cloud. Today is my great honor to be here to share with you how Alibaba Cloud is building the full-stack AI service. Well, we are entering into very excited and completely new era of the computing. For cloud, in the past 20 years, cloud scaled the applications. In the next 20 years, cloud will scale intelligence. For AI, it's not a tool anymore. It becomes a production force. We are moving away from millions of the apps to the billions of trillions of agents. Agent can now reason, can act, can collaborate between the physical world and the digital systems. What this means? This means they can change everything. They change how our enterprise operates. It changes how our telecom network designed. It changes how infrastructure is built. So what does it mean to us? This means cloud, AI, they are converging together. At Alibaba, we truly believe the future belongs to the full-stack AI cloud. To support this industry shift, we have a huge investment to upgrade our global AI infrastructure. So as you can see here, today we have 29 regions, 94 availability zones, and hundreds of terabit bandwidth for inter-region and public network access. In the past few years, my team is responsible to build up the networks. So in the past 2 years, my team is super busy running around the clock. So we're building dozens of new AI clusters, supporting hundreds of thousands of GPUs. We're also building up dozens of new availability zones globally. So, and we're also building up a new global DCR network with cutting-edge technology and architecture we call the eCore. So eCore is our new global DCR network built for the era of the AI, which can be sustainable for the scale in the next decade. So one thing I want to highlight here, we create a very ultra-low latency in the Asian Pacific region between Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Singapore. So what does it matter to our customers? This gives our customer confidence. Since our customers want to scale the AI in the network, in the cloud, but they need GPU cards, they need DCs, they need power, they need a high-performance network globally. And at Alibaba, we have all of this. The global AI infrastructure provides a solid foundation for our customers, but our differentiation, the real differentiation, is really not just the global infrastructure. Our real differentiation is full-stack AI. So what full-stack AI means? It means, from the foundation models to the global cloud, as well as the in-house built GPU cards with massive deployment. So if you look at the world, so only very, very few companies have all of this. Alibaba is one of these. Another one probably is Google. That's all. So foundational models, Qwen is the world's largest foundation models. And there's around 200,000 derived models based on the Qwen. So Qwen have the leading performance and have widely global adoption. Now for the global infrastructure, Alibaba Cloud is continuously recognized by the Gartner MQ report as the leaders in the AI infrastructure. Well, when we look at the full stack AI, you have multi-layers. You have ICE, PaaS, MaaS, foundation models. And all these layers, they are not working alone. They are working together as one entity, which gives tremendous value to our customers. So here's our full stack AIs. It has a foundation models. It has agent-centric development and have AI infrastructure. So each layer will empower the other, and altogether it creates a unique value to our customers. So let's go with our foundation model first, the Qwen model. The Qwen is not just a single model, it's a family. So we have hundreds of the models based on the Qwen, as you can see here. So we have a large language models for different specifications, for different scenarios. We have Qwen Flash, Max, Plus, and on top of that, we have multi-model models like Qwen VL, Qwen Omni. So our models can hear, can listen, can understand the word. And also we have domain-specific models like for the math, for the coding, which for specific deployment scenarios. And in addition, we also have the models for the creative contents, like video, animation, audio, and so on. So today, I'm delighted to introduce our flagship Qwen 3.5. Qwen 3.5 is a native visual language model with excellent performance across a tremendous benchmark like reasoning, coding, agent capabilities, and multi-model capabilities. So here are a couple of highlights, as you can see here. The first one is based on the MOE architecture. So the model itself supports 397 billion parameters, but only with 17 billion activated. So which means they can achieve the high performance with efficiency. So as a comparison, the performance we can meet, some leading models in the world, like Gemini, GPT 5.2, right? But when we look at the API, the token, millions of tokens per dollar, we are only one fraction of these models. So we balance the performance and the efficiency. Also want to highlight is we support like 1 million token windows for long context support. We support like over 201 different languages. So with Qwen 3.5, we are not just a chatting tool, right? We are built for native multi-modal agents which are execute the real business task. Well, as AI evolves from assistants to a trusted partners, the multi-modal and the coding, there are two key areas which are evolving really fast. And also this provides a real value to our customers. Our Qwen 3 VL model and the Qwen 3 Omni model, they demonstrated excellent performance in understanding visual images, and also for the spatial perceptions, and also for very low latency speech output, which is very useful for some customer service and for some intelligence interactions. If you look at the coding side, our Qwen 3 coder models, together with our Qwen coder products, they provide very efficiency and accuracy for some CLI applications. Those models not only deliver high performance, optimize code security, they also reduce the token usage, bring the AI from the labs to the real production force. Well, at Alibaba, we truly believe in open source, and we are fully committed to it. The Qwen model family is fully opened. So far, we have 400 open sourced models. And on top of that, there's over 200,000 derived models based on the Qwen, and over 1 billion downloads. I think some of you probably listened to NVIDIA's CEO Jason Huang's speech, right? he mentioned in a couple of his keynotes. So from global adoption perspective, Qwen is the number 1. And it's more than the summary of the number 2 all the way to number 9. So the Qwen is not just a family of the models, it creates a most active ecosystems for developers globally. Now, from the customer point of view, adopt the Qwen model really with confidence because it has a very strong vendor support. It has a very active ecosystems behind, and also give customers the full choice of the models. They can choose, and they can customize and build the differentiated service based on the Qwen models. Well, we recently launched the Qwen 2.6. This is AI video generation models with cinematic level creative capabilities. So with the Qwen 2.6, you can turn ideas into a story and emotion-driven videos for not only the professional creators, but also for ordinary people like you and me. So the Qwen 2.6 brings some key breakthroughs, like role play you can see here, some intelligent scene segmentation, some better audio vision synchronization, and so on. So I welcome you all. You can log in and give it a try. It's Qwen.video. You can give it a try. So with the Qwen 2.6, so anyone can be a director. Any idea can be seen. So the Qwen model has built a comprehensive product matrix, as you can see here, the image generation, video generation, avatar, and also the word models. Since we launched the Qwen model back to 2023, we have 630 million images and 340 million videos have been generated. Behind these numbers, it shows very strong recognition and adoption among these creators. Well, if I want to summarize our Qwen models, we can use 4 keywords. The first one is leading performance and with efficiency. Second is full openness. And the third one is a full range of the size for the models. And number 4 is a multimodality. With all the 4 pillars together, it's really established Qwen as the most popular models for our developers globally. Well, the models are powerful, but our customers, the enterprise, they need to manage the service. They need to deploy intelligence at scale. That's where our Model Studio comes in. Alibaba Cloud Model Studio is enterprise-grade, fully managed model service. So we offer not only for our own models, like we recently released the Qwen 3.5 and Qwen 2.6, we also support third-party models like DeepSeek Kimi. So we provide the 4 core guarantees. So like a global deployment with low latency, like P95 performance, SLO guaranteed, like 3.9 SLAs, and also the end-to-end security protection. So recently we launched a coding plan. So they support the Qwen and the third-party models with a very cost-effective subscription. It's only $5 per month. It's just a cup of coffee. I think you can give it a try. So with this, this coding plan also very compatible with all the open tools. So it's really powering AI coding innovations. Well, Alibaba Cloud, the model service, also offer an easy-to-use modular agent framework. It has 4 strengths, as you can see here. The first one is agile development with component abstraction and parallel tool calling. Number 2 is very efficient cloud resource invocation with a very fast deployment. Number 3 is a full observability for runtime monitoring and performance evaluations. Last but not least is high openness and compatibilities with open source and multi-agent ecosystems. This really empowers enterprise to quickly deploy the AI agent for your real business scenario. Well, in conclusion, Alibaba Cloud Model Studio really empower our AI agent to unlock the full potential of the foundation models. So with this agent is not just answer the questions, they are really execute the tasks, they really connect the systems and drive the measurable business result. We have talked about the foundation models and agent development. So now let's move into AI infrastructure. I mean, the engine behind everything, and also this is the area which I'm personally working on. So here's a holistic view of the full stack AI info. As you can see here, from the eyes to the middleware, to the data systems, to the PI, they all work together just like one computer. So I want to have 3 highlights here. The first one is it has automated computing power with performance and with scale. So our Ninjun AI cluster and our HP network really give the foundation for large-scale training and inference. Second, our PI platforms are doing continuously performance optimizations around the full model life cycles, from the pre-training to inference to post-training, which is also across the boundaries. And number 3, we have a comprehensive support for AI native development and applications, so which has multimodal data foundation as well as elastic computing for the agent. So in the next couple of slides, I'm going to go into some of the details of this. So first one, let's look at Ninjun, the product for AI clusters for large-scale AI training and inference. So my team is one of the founding members for the Ninjun product. So we created this product before the ChatGPT announced. So we anticipated the upcoming demand for large-scale AI infrastructure. So there are many stories behind the Ninjun, from the early architectural decisions to the engineering challenges how we overcome, and to the unique value we created. I mean, I can talk this for hours. But we're back to the first principle, right? What our customers really care about the Ninjun. Customers really care about the performance. This is not just the peak performance. The performance here really means with massive scale, with a heavy traffic load, can you still keep the high performance? They really talk about this with a massive scale. Can you keep your cluster reliable? Now with many innovations behind, now Ninjun, they can give you a minutes level of the self-healing for majority of the hardware and the software failures in the cluster. We can achieve 99% effective training time. What this really means is 99% of your GPU is working. This is not just for a small job. It's for a job with over 10,000 GPUs. You can achieve 99% effective time. Now Ninjun can achieve minutes level deployment for AI workload. I mean, I just mentioned there's lots of innovation behind. If I speak from the network alone, we published over 20 papers in the top-tier conference like SIGCOMP, NSDI, in the last 3 years, just for AI cluster. I mean, if you look at the overall networking, we published much more than that. Just for AI cluster alone, it's 20 papers. Well, recently, the Ninjun also has some features and architecture upgraded recently. So that's from multiple angles. The first one, the scale and the bandwidth has increased. Second, we have this AI rack deployed, which including our in-house built Panjo 128 supernode. This has been deployed in the Ninjun as well. Now, for the AI rack, we have 40 integrated scale-up and scale-out communication optimizations. Besides this, we also have ACK, ACS, some storage product like EBS, CPFS, and also for VPC network. They all has been enhanced to work much better with the Ninjin together. So in addition to that, as I just mentioned, we have improvement for stabilities, easy to deploy. So next one, I'm talking about the network. Since I'm the leader for the networking team, so it's my privilege to share some insight for HP network. Back to the early 2023, right after ChatGPT launched, the whole world are looking for some high-performance networking solution for GPU backend interconnect. At that time, majority of the CSPs, and no matter the big or small, they all adopted InfiniBand as the solution. At Alibaba, we choose a different architecture direction. We choose Ethernet. For my team, we spent like 5 months working really around the clock. And around the July timeframe, we released our completely new Ethernet-based high-performance network for GPU backend interconnect, which is our HP 7.0. So HP 7.0 brings many innovations for physical network topology, like a dual homing, multi-plan, and etc. And also have in-house built RDMA protocol and in-house built NIC. So this gives tremendous performance. Since we released HP 7.0, it really created a benchmark for the industry. Since then, we see more and more operators going to Ethernet-based solutions. And more operators adopt HP architecture. And interestingly enough, I see some of the operators also use the name HPN for the GPU backend network as well. Now, today, we are in the HP 8.0. We are deploying HP 8.0, which is the 8th generation of our data center architectural vision, which is also the 3rd generation of our GPU backend network. Now, when we talk about the HP network, the first principle still is what customers care about. Customers care about the bandwidth, the latency, with a lower cost. So AWS reInvent, they launched the GPU class as well with the 10P 10U. So 10P means 10 petabit bandwidth, which is a whole large of your cluster. 10U means 10 microseconds, which means whole large of your latency. The smaller, the better, right? Our HP 8.0 can deliver 100P only with 6U, which means it's 10 times bigger of the cluster, but the latency is much lower than AWS. I mean, there's no magic behind. I mean, the principle is pretty straightforward. You just take the large radius and large capacity of the switch chip to build up your cluster. So far, it's only about the physical network. Physical network only give you the peak performance, but you need to guarantee the performance with heavy workload. Here's you need the in-house built RDMA protocol and the NIC capabilities, which can guarantee you your bandwidth, your performance with heavy load. That's why we call it predictable network performance. And that's the second pillar. There's still a third pillar. The third pillar is you need to optimize your performance with computer together. You need the computation and communication jointly optimizations, which is beyond my team, right? This leads to our next page, the PI platform. So the PI platform is built for AI. I mean, the name is called PI, Platform for AI, right? So the PI did a lot of performance optimizations with the 4 model life cycles for like a pre-train, inference, post-train, as well as with the 4 stack across the ICE and the PaaS, across computation and communications. So here, as you can see, so as an example, you can see here, in training, for example, we have Tangram scheduling and dynamic chunking, which can accelerate the training efficiency by 3 times. And for the inference, the inference engine called PyAES, right? Really boosts the throughput and latency. I'm not going through the details of the numbers, as you can see here. And also for the reinforcement learning, they have decoupled framework, which can enable really elastic scaling. Well, I just mentioned the Pi is really the engine behind to optimize the performance. But the true optimizations, they require the full stack integrations. They require the hardware and the software across organization boundaries. So for example, I have a team with really smart people. They're all PhDs from top schools. They just sit together with the Pi team. They sit together. So they jointly optimize across computation and communication. I mean, the performance with large scale, for the performance optimization at a large scale, can never be done by just one team or one layer. Well, for the AI era, the data is no longer passive storage. It is actively participating as well. So in the past few years, Alibaba Cloud has comprehensively upgraded our data platform, which including the storage and the database for the era of the AI. So as you can see here, the first one, we have multimodal data, our OSS, CPFS, Lindom, DataWorks, and Max Compute. They are supporting multi-format processing and AI-enabled untrusted data. Now, for AI native development, we have a DMS DataWorks with open Qwen-powered data agent for natural language workflows. And also from the performance side, as an example, we have PolarDB, right? They have a dramatically improved the performance and optimize the cost with the CXL switching, for example. And all this together, we build a full stack AI data foundation. Well, we are entering agentic era. Agents require flexible, secure, and highly elastic runtime environment. I would like to highlight some of our products. So the first one is Container Computer Service, ACS, which can provide the ultra-elastic sandbox with a fast code start. The second one is FC, Functional Compute, which can give our customer a stable runtime for rapid deployment. And this allows our developers to focus purely on business logic, while infrastructure can scale automatically and simultaneously. And we also have this full-stack AI apps observabilities, supporting like a long-chain, DeFi, agent scope, and also integrated with Pi. So with all this, we build a comprehensive full-stack AI infrastructure for AI agent native architecture. Well, here's a quick summary of our full-stack AI infrastructure. So we have 3 parts. The first one is unmatched training performance and efficiency. So we have our Lingjun cluster, where HP network, and our AI rack, right, like a Panji 128 AI rack, as well as a Pi platform. This together give you unmatched performance for large-scale training. Second, we have this intelligent, data-driven innovation, the data foundation I just mentioned. And the third one is for our container service, functional compute, together with a model studio, all together can deliver high concurrency, low latency, and elasticity for agent-centric innovations. Well, I only want to use one word to conclude my talk. The AI is redefining cloud. cloud is scaling AI. Alibaba Cloud delivers the full-stack AI services, from the global AI infrastructure to the foundation models to the mass products. So our goal is very simple, to help our customers to deploy AI faster and operate more reliably and securely with global scale on Alibaba Cloud. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dennis. And now, Esme Wang, Vice President of International Business and General Manager for Europe South at Alibaba Cloud Intelligence Group, will present our 5A Cloud.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, welcome to Alibaba Cloud Summit. My name is Esme Wang. I'm based in Paris. I don't speak many languages, but still I really want to welcome you from the bottom of my heart. Welcome to Alibaba. Bienvenue. Maybe you could also help me for other languages, right? In Spanish, we call that bienvenido, right? And in Italian language, benvenuti, right? Where is my colleagues who are supposed to supporting for this? And when I have a list about all the guests here, actually I found that you are really from different countries. Even some of you come from the African regions, North African regions, Middle East, etc. Thank you very much for coming. Marhaba bikum, our Alibaba Cloud. Today, I'm going to give you a brief introduction about Alibaba Cloud International. First of all, I would like to see that Alibaba here in Europe and also globally, we always think about how to help and support our customers and our partners. So that's why you will find that on the left side of my first page, we always think about how to collaborate with our customers by always supporting the enhanced customer value and also the evolutions with different technology. Cloud plus AI. And also, we talk about how to enhance our engagement with customers and partners. And also think about efficiency, think about your end user, your end customers' experience. So next, you may be asked how you are going to achieve this. So on the left part of this slide, you will find that we talk about the 5A cloud. The Alibaba Cloud, we think about the AI innovation. We call that I innovation. And also we call that how to always think about your business with any stack, anytime, means always support you in the best way, anywhere, globally. So my next pages of the presentation would be by such topics as well. So just now, thanks to my colleague from headquarters, Mr. Dennis, he showed you already a great portfolio about Alibaba Cloud. So our mission here, globally, in Europe and also from different countries, is to see how to use this LLM capabilities supporting you by using the Qwen solutions. And also for some of the customers and partners in different verticals, how to use the Qwen solutions also. And this is not the limit. We also talk about the text-to-speech and also the automatic speech recognition. So this is about the overall Qwen family. And then you must also talk differently about you have been already using the different models, right? And even at the coffee break, right before this session, I hear my customers and with my partners, they were talking about bring your own model. So by such, how Alibaba going to support you? Actually, we have the model studio. As a model services, actually. So based on which, it may connected at the same time, for the Qwen models, Qwen models, but also for other models from our partners, it will also facilitate you about the daily operations. So for the moment, the Model Studio has been already spread, deployed in Singapore region, Hong Kong, and the US. And we also got some cheerful information from our headquarters is that Alibaba is going to reinforce this deployment globally. So Alibaba, we are going to deploy more Model Studio in the different regions, such as Europe, Indonesia, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, and the Middle East, etc. So next, if you understand already all this global presence and also to support differently, you may also ask, but how? Because Alibaba, apparently we have already a good facility about public cloud. But what if you need something special? Probably you think about how to use that in a dedicated usage and how to use that as a telecom company and even for some of the local government or public sector use. So Alibaba, we call that any stack is because Apsara stack is one of the fundamental one, and based on which we could provide not only all these features, products of Alibaba, but also supporting for operable sovereign cloud. So that's why we call that from the public cloud to the personalized cloud, we could always find a solution for you. Not only this Apsara stack, Alibaba, we talk about also the database stack, AI stack, Z stack, etc. Well, that's true. I mentioned just now important words is about sovereign cloud. Sovereign cloud, nowadays, we talk that a lot, right? Even at the MWC recently, day 1 and day 2, many of the customers, suppliers, partners, we are all talk about this, especially in Europe. So Alibaba, we also take this in a very serious way. Actually, the advantage would be always yours is that the sovereign cloud, we call that not only a private one, but also help you to see how to better operate that. Not only for the technical solution upgrade, but maybe if you need also facing your customer about your billing and your operation. So please think that Alibaba will always there for this. Next is that the sovereign AI model from Alibaba point of view is not only deliver isolated or private one. The main idea is to concentrate about local algorithm and local support in order that for this you may always have a sovereign AI model of your own usage. And then, anytime here, we are talking about the global support and the global service from Alibaba international team. Later on, my other colleague will give you a presentation about that. But here, we are very proud to see that today, Alibaba, we are thinking about building local competence and local know-how, sometimes also collaborating with local suppliers and partners in order to be very close to our customers and partners. And the next one is about anywhere. For the moment, Alibaba globally, we have already 29 availability zones and 29 Alibaba regions and 94 availability zones and more than 3,200 nodes. In the next month, Alibaba, we also did a great investment globally. Alibaba, we are going to announce the new data center in Europe, in Paris, but also in Japan, South Korea, Brazil, Malaysia, Netherlands, and Mexico. So we hope that we could, based on this global presence and global facilities, to provide you some local and proximity services as well. Next is that based on all this global presence, based on all this product and innovations, Alibaba is collaborating with our customers in the different vertical sectors, so such as financial and fintech industries,
such as e-commerce, we collaborate a lot with the e-commerce related solutions. And also the healthcare, pharmaceutical, not only this, but also for the telecommunication with the telecom companies, public sectors, manufacturer and autonomous driving industries, and also the gaming. I'm sorry, I'm stuck here. When we talk about the gaming part, we have a very big game just finished that was in Milano Cortina. It was about the Olympic Winter Games. So here I really want to ask you a question. Have you watched the game in the past weeks? Yes? Yes? There's really some of the things and the content, I don't know if you have noticed that or not, is that Alibaba is supporting with different AI innovations for that. Already we are supporting the International Olympic Committees since many years, but actually we are very proud to see that the first steps about the collaborations actually started here in Spain. That was mainly with Olympic channels, Olympic broadcasting services. So for the Olympic part, Alibaba, since many years, we have accumulated all this know-hows for example, for the broadcasting and for the online support, and also for the AI innovations. We hope that Alibaba, we could also reuse this kind of experience for supporting your different services and the business as well. So Alibaba had a booth at Milan in the past 2 months, actually. So we have put a robot with the support about Qwen to welcome our guests to the booth. And also, Alibaba provided the dashboard about AI-powered sustainability solutions in order to help to calculate the peak hour about the energy consumption. And also, we're trying to see the next Olympic, how Alibaba will support a youth Olympic that would be in Africa, in Senegal, in Dakar. So Alibaba will also leverage our know-how about the Apsara stack I just mentioned. We hope that we could also support this kind of initiative, not only for the Olympic, but after that, we are going to continuously support for the local business requirement. And not only about Olympic, actually, Alibaba has put a lot of efforts and focus for different industries. So here are some examples about the telecom industry in Algeria, and also with our customers and partners from Africa. We're trying to see how to support the digital transformation and also the intelligent transformation from a traditional way to an AI-powered way. So Alibaba, we are trying to see how to leverage with our partners' ecosystem as well in order to provide the diversity of the services over there. Here we also show you 2 examples about what has been successfully launched with a company, AstraZeneca. Well, we supported these pharmaceutical customers in order to increase their capabilities about using AI, analyze the report. So we have supported the accuracy increase from 90% to 95%, and also to increase the efficiency 300%. And also for the BMW group, actually we are supporting BMW for the manufacturer scenario rather for the autonomous driving scenarios. So Alibaba Qwen AI platform and also the cloud helps them to increase the efficiency about the training and the inference platform as well. Well, when we talk a lot about cloud and AI, you may also curious to understand, but how you are going to do that with startups, and how you are going to do that in the sector about academic and education. So here is Alibaba always put a focus on that, because we care about a lot about the education equity. We care about the children and the students in the rural countries or rural regions, how to benefit about the newest technology. And we always have a full program supporting the startups to help them to do successful stories in the future. And also, please don't forget that Alibaba Qwen, this is like an open source model. And of course, we have also an open community to welcome the developers, welcome the engineers to be with us together. And talk again about the green technology. Alibaba, our goal is to be this carbon neutrality goals and the progress we talk about since a long time. But we are doing that. For example, at Alibaba, our own campus, we have more than 30 campuses in China and also many globally. In our own campus, we are using the AI technologies for the energy expert in order to reduce our own energy consumption almost 37%. And also we have a calculation is that about the carbon emission, we have reduced to 14%. So we hope that we could also have a chance talk with you and also your partners how to bring the tech for good for the future as well. So here is my presentation. Today, we have many colleagues, the team leaders from Alibaba headquarters, but we also have our team leaders in Europe and also from Africa. They are also sitting here among you. We have Christian Eger from Frankfurt office, Felix from London office, me myself from Paris office, and also Daniel for the African regions. We will be very happy to continue to talk with you, to exchange our ideas together, even after this meeting at our dinner time, or we could keep connections for the future discussions. I would like to thank you again for your attention. We hope that in the future, we are going to create more and more beautiful stories together. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Esme. Now let's welcome Tony Hua, Vice President of Public Sector and Enterprise Business, General Manager of Product Solution and Service at Alibaba Cloud Intelligence Group, will share the adoption of Agentic AI.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tony Hua. I'm in charge of solution design and professional service for public sector and enterprise customer in Alibaba Cloud. Today, I'm going to share how we collaborate with our customers to leverage the agentic AI technology to create some more values. Probably most of you have aware the open source model becomes much more popular in last year. And if you go to the LM Arena website, you may notice actually the top 10 open source models are developed by China teams, including Alibaba Qwen team, Moonshot team, DeepSeek team, et cetera. But among all the top open source models, I want you pay more attention about our Qwen models, since it's actually the most popular open source model in all kinds of the models. Just like Dennis mentioned earlier, until today, it's more than 1 billion downloads on Hugging Face for Qwen models, and also there are 200,000 derived models are developed based on Qwen Foundation model. Along with this very powerful Qwen model, so I can work with our clients to build some new solutions based on this kind of new technology. So when we work with our clients, usually we try to figure out which area can leverage agentic AI to create more values. So I think there are 4 kinds of typical scenarios. First is you can leverage this technology to enhance your user experience. The second is you can build some kind of new stuff, new product, new service, new solution along with this technology. Third, you can leverage this technology to enhance your business operation, to make your business operation runs more efficiency. Also, last one is we found that there are a lot of researchers, professors, students are trying to leverage AI to do some kind of new research, which is called AI for science. So I'm going to give you some user case, user stories. I participated in last 3 years with our customer to help you to understand how this technology can be used. The first one is I'm going to share a story from Alibaba itself. Probably most of you know Alibaba is running the largest e-commerce platform, which is called Taobao in China. Right? It's a very popular e-commerce website, and it serves more than 1 billion customer in China and more than 2 billion customer around the world. Usually, whenever we talk about the agentic AI apps, maybe in your mind you will think about the ChatGPT, right? The Gemini, some kinds of the apps. Usually, this kind of apps gives you a way so you can do multiple channel dialogue with the apps to get what you want, right? But when we think about to leverage technology to give the user a better experience, we think maybe we can change the way from just chat to do the actions. So today, if you in China, whenever you use the Qwen app, so you can just talk to this app, and then you can order food, you can book a flight, you can book a hotel, you can even buy clothes, electronic devices, whatever you want. Just this kind of stuff is on the Taobao platform. Then you can just order it by chat. It's very convenient, and also this kind of way gives the customer a very good user experience, because he can just talk to the app and get whatever he needs, right? So this is the first story just happened in Alibaba itself. The second story is about product innovation. Unitree is embodied robotic company in Hangzhou. It's a very famous startup in China right now. They just released their H2 embodied robot in last September. So this new robot is managed by large language model and also the legacy CV models. So this model, with all those models, this robot can understand the context, can plan the actions. So it becomes more intelligent. So this robot can not only walk and dance, it can even play Kung Fu. You know Kung Fu, right? So it can even play Kung Fu. And so you can see this is a dancing show on the last Chinese Spring Festival. So this kind of stuff is coming to true in these days. I believe this kind of embodied robotics would be everywhere in coming days, in coming years. The other part is about the wearable devices. I think China has a lot of wearable devices, includes watches, phones, and even glasses, right? And so along with this new technology, there are a lot of China companies started to try to redesign and their wearable devices to create some more intelligent devices for the customers. Here's the example also from Alibaba, which is called Qwen glasses. This glasses is kind of hands-free equipment, so it provides real-time translation and navigation. Also, AI meeting minutes generation, reminders, etc. and etc. All kinds of these capabilities can help you much easy to handle, what you need in work and life. So also this device, we also think it's quite important to build a more open ecosystem upon this kind of new device. So we support MCP protocol. So we allow developers to develop their own service on this new device. So give user more capabilities, so they can take these glasses to everywhere to do stuff. Okay. The next one is about the business operation efficiency improvement. So I'd like to talk a company which is called SGCC, State Grid Corporation of China. Actually, this company is the largest grid utility company in the world. It serves more than 1 billion people in China. So we worked with SGCC colleagues to figure out more than 600 scenarios, which we think it could leverage the agentic AI technology to improve business efficiency. So let me give you one example here. So firstly, we in the old days, the SGCC engineers needed to spend quite an amount of time to analysis the massive data from the grid network and amounts of equipments to identify what is the problem to the system. But we worked with them to did two things. The first is we worked with them to train a grid domain-specific module, which is called Guangming model. And this model is built upon Qwen Foundation model. So with this model, this Guangming model get a better understanding with grid domain-specific knowledge. Along with this model, we also help them to build a diagnosis agent. So with this agent, whenever any problem occurs, so the engineer can just ask the model what's the recommendation. Then they just go through all the recommended solutions and choose one to process. So it takes time from hours, days to just minutes and seconds. It's quite important for them to get a better solution to resolve the problem, to serve the customer better. Okay. The next one is also about the business operation efficiency. This happened also in China. It's in Yiwu. Yiwu is a small city in the East China in Zhejiang province. But in Yiwu, there is the largest cross-trade market in the world over there. So, but there are amounts of goods in EU market need to be exported to different countries and regions across the world. But unfortunately, it's very hard to find many people can speak different kinds of languages for different countries and regions. Usually, we learn the English in school, so it's very hard to speak other kind of languages. So, but with Qwen model, it's getting much more easier because at this moment you can just prepare a script to describe your goods, to describe your product. So what kind of capability your product would offer. Then just use a camera to capture the facial and the tones. Then you give all kinds of materials to the agents. Then it will automatically to generate a studio quality video to introduce the products in different kinds of languages. So it's much easier for the sellers to introduce their products to the customers all around the world. So this technology helps them to get a better trading revenue since last summer. Okay. The last one is last year's story is about the AI for science. This case is happened in one university which is called Fudan University. Fudan University is a leading university in China. Back to 2023, we worked with Fudan University to leverage Lingjun product to set up a very big AI-centric computing platform for them, which is called Create Future for Fudan. So on this platform, it provides high performance computing capability, large data analysis tools, and also with some kind of AI products. So on this platform, the researchers, students, professors can easily to leverage machine learning algorithm and also some kind of the large language models to do research. Here is some output on this platform. Yu Jingtai is a professor from Fudan University. His team spent quite an amount of time to run the simulations on this platform, and eventually they figured out some factors which is related to the Parkinson or Alzheimer diseases. So with this kind of exploration, so they can use this for the drug research, so help people to quickly to identify the disease and to cure them. Okay. So in last 3 years, I worked hundreds of customers, and most of them are eager to adopt to agentic AI, but most of them are still often asking me what's the key factors to build the agentic AI. I think there are four key elements. The first one is you need to choose the right scenario. So you need to decide whether you leverage this technology from the vertical scenario or horizontal scenarios. The second one is the data preparations. So people usually think they have a database, they have big data platform, they think they have a huge amount of data, so they are ready to build agentic AI apps. But unfortunately, those kind of data need to be processed so it can turn to AI-ready data. It's kind of the knowledge of the data, so can be used by the models. So it's quite important to do the data preparations. Usually it takes half of time in the project to just process the data. The third is you need to find the right model and the right size right ways to do the post-train. Promote is probably the easiest way, right? Easiest way to use the model. But whenever you want to do some kind of the domain-specific technology injection, or you want to get a better performance or even better efficiency of the model, you probably have to do some kind of the fine-tune or even the post-train for the models. So probably. So different way will give you different kinds of the workload, but also you can get different the benefit. The last is about the application development. I think even today, the architecture and the practice of agentic AI apps is still ongoing. So I think if you just started to build your own agentic AI apps, you probably start from some kind of the lightweight solution, right? Then you can go to some complex architecture to implement that. Okay. So today, Alibaba Cloud is transformed from a CPU-centric classic cloud service provider to a AI full stack solution provider. So we are not just provide, computing, storage, networking, this kind of stuff. We also provide a very scalable and reliable model as service, which is called MaaS, the MaaS service in China and also around the world. Also, we worked with our partners and customers to create hundreds of solutions. So we hope these solutions can help our customer to easier to understand this new technology, to start not from the scratch, start from some best practices. Also, we provide some training program to help you understand this technology and products and practice. And also, we provide some professional consultant service for some large customers, so help them to find the right scenarios, right tools, right models, and right ways to build their agentic AI solution. Okay. That's all for my today. I think the era of AI just began, and this is my first time to MWC. I'm excited to be here to spend quite an amount of time to share my story and practice. We hope next year some of you can work with us to create some more successful stories by leveraging this new technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. To share more, Edwin Wu, Head of International Customer Technical Service at Alibaba Cloud Intelligence Group, will talk about our quality service.
Thank you. So, yeah, thanks for coming here to talk about all these AI-related topics. So I'm Edwin from the Alibaba Cloud International Customer Tech Service team. So today I'm gonna share with you a topic may not be that always be under the spotlight, but I think it's really the critical part for the AI projects. So I think previously Tony shared quite a lot of wonderful case studies of AI projects, but I think the most important thing is that we need to build the capability to bridge the gap between the idea and the practical, so which is the quality service. So I think we have some studies on the how can we make the AI project successful. So one of our partners, Deloitte, have studied that I think 85% of our customers are committed to put quite a lot of money on the innovation of AI, and but unfortunately, I think the result is that only 31% of our customer report that these AI projects can generate a business value for them. So, if we dive a little bit deeper for the reasons why we didn't be able to deliver the business results, is majorly due to 3 reasons. So the first one would be like the model to production. So build an AI application for like lab purpose or for the POC purpose is an easy job. For now, we see quite a lot of tools that help us to build the AI applications. But when it turns to be a production, actually, it requires quite a lot of tuning, make it accurate enough, stable enough, so it also need quite a lot of investment, and also need to tune this based on the real data that generated by your own business. So basically, as Tony mentioned, that we need to do the fine tuning to prepare all these data for your business scenarios, and also when we talk about the AI transformation, actually it means we need to put AI into every single process of your business. So it means we need to integrate with the AI with all your legacy platforms like ERP system, CRM systems, but it also takes time because all these legacy platforms are process-driven. But for AI applications, it's intention-driven. So we need to combine these two concepts together. So you also need to have the domain expertise on the application itself. And I think scaling from MVP to production is also a problem because we need to do it to make it the scalability better, and also keep the accuracy enough, and the performance is good enough, especially for the applications, consumer-based applications. And the second thing would be like the organization gap or the cultural gap. Because for all the innovations, usually it comes from the business team. But sometimes the business team can also own the developer. But in most cases, actually, the IT team will handle the system building. So, but for the AI projects, actually, these two teams need to talk with each other. But the business team can only understand the KPI or introduce the KPI, but the data team and the data scientist can only understand the F1 scores. So no one translates between each other. And also for the ownership, should the IT team build the AI applications or the business team drive the AI applications? So the ownership is also unclear. And we also need the domain expert to, translate the business demand into the real IT system. So for the operational gap, once we have built all these systems, it's just 10% of the total effort of AI projects. So for the ongoing optimization, monitoring, and also maintenance is 90% of the AI projects. So we also need to make sure that the day one deployment can be further optimized and well operated by the whole team. So we need to monitor, or even we need to retrain the models based on the latest data generated by the business. So, and we also need to do the customer optimization based on the ROI requirement from the corporation. So all these things need to be driven by high quality service that can make up the gap of the last milestone of AI projects. So I think our colleagues have introduced the four AI stack. So we have the AI infrastructures, we have different kind of models that can help you to adopt all these fancy features of AI. And we can also do the integrations, make sure that all these like database, like the big data, and also the securities together to build the AI applications. But the most important thing is the quality service. So we need to provide the expert service for the not only limited to the product itself, but also help you to do the integration. So with all these things combined together, we can make it a success to drive the business value and the outcomes for the AI applications. So I want to unpack the service profile a little bit about the details. How can we ensure the quality service and make sure that all this service can contribute to your success of AI projects? So firstly, if you want to build your AI applications by yourself or with your partners, actually we provide a foundation of the service, which is 24/7 expert support. So, and I want to share a little bit about how we provide the customer service. You know, for a retail company, actually, the customer service may be quite simple, because when you buy something from the online shop, then you want to replace it with another one. You just raise a question to the service support, then they just replace it for you. It's quite simple. But when you raise a support ticket to the service team, escalate that one of your VM or database not working well, or maybe the performance is not good. So it really requires the engineer have the expertise how to do the investigation and collect all the logs, metrics together to do the investigation. So we eat our own dog. We leverage the Qwen model to do the service support. So for now, 40% of the support tickets are reserved by our Qwen model, with all the tech service capabilities built based on our Qwen model. So we provide the AI self-service capabilities together with all our expert on some specific vertical products. So to better support you. So for the AI self-service, we also provide more than 30 languages that can get fit to your most familiar language. So that is for the first part. When you build your own AI applications, we provide the product level support. So when you want to get our help to help you to build the AI applications, actually we have the dedicated AI expert that can provide the domain expert together with our partners like Atos. So Atos will also share a story about the one project we have delivered for our customer. So we have the ecosystem built that ready for all the AI applications, no matter it is like retail, medical, or like a government or gaming kind of industries. We provide the capability to build the AI applications for you. And when the applications was built and run in production, we can also proactively monitor the applications for you. So with the AI capabilities, we also build the solution of AI Ops that can help us to monitor the backend system, whether all these components are working well. Then we also proactively alert to you if there's anything wrong before the system goes down. So with all these AI applications built, so it also coupled with some of the legacy system. So we also provide the migration service, help you to onboard your whole workload to Alibaba Cloud. So we also provide the experts that can build the landing zone with your tech team, and also help you to further optimize with our well-architected service. And when the system runs from the long-term purpose, then we also need to do the performance optimization. For example, optimize the end-to-end response time, and also improve the throughput of the system. Then we also provide the AI assistant root cause analysis, whether there's a bottleneck in your system that we can further optimize. And we also provide the SLA guaranteed service for you for both the product and the service. So, we with all these things bundled together, we are able to deliver like within 15 minutes response time, multiple channel support, like we provide the Teams, Slack, email, and web console, and also TeamTalk supportability. And with all, maybe we will further also provide more channels that can help you. And also for the tiered offerings, we provide a different kind of service. And also the expert service for like landing zone, WA. And we also have 38 kind of AI-related service that help you to prepare the data, tune the model, and also deliver the customized applications with AI capabilities. So besides all these service capabilities, we also provide the local service. So, basically, besides China, we also have the local expert team that distributed all around the world. So with your own with the capability of supporting your own business and also your own language and get fit to your own culture and also have the local compliance supported. So Alibaba Cloud also, I think, have done many kind of projects in the past, but one of the case I want to share is the Olympic game. So I think in the following sharing, we will have the detailed briefing from from George that will introduce the details. But one of the case I want to share is that we are the first. We have done the first Olympic game that integrate with the large language model capability. So one of the use case would be like the Olympic automatic media description project. So the idea comes from the OBS engineer, Jules, that he wants to automatically describe what happened during a sport game and what, the whole process of the game that can be generated into an article. That the reporters can leverage this article to generate the real-time report immediately. So he had done some of the POC that proved that this is durable, but the problem is that make it accurate enough and also make sure that it can support multiple thread of medias. So our team worked with the Olympic game, the OBS team that make sure the system can be tuned accurate enough and also make sure that the system can get fit to the like more than 50 thread of high quality video stream. So it's kind of a scalability issue. So we deal with all this engineering kind of work and make sure the customer can leverage this technology to accelerate the gaming report. So that is one of the case I want to share. And to conclude here, I think it's really important that we have the full stack AI with all the infrastructure level, model level, and also the security level that can combine together to deliver the AI projects. And we also have the battle-tested scales. So as Tony have mentioned that we have applied many AI technologies into various of our customers. And also we have our own practice for the AI implementation. So for the service perspective, we have the high quality service, which is not only the requirement from our customer, but the nature and our culture of Alibaba that we want to make sure the service is customer-oriented and customer-first. So, and the last but importantly, I think is the local presence of service. So we are close to you, and we are here that support your local business, your localization requirement. So that's the most important thing I want to mention. So with all these things, we also achieved 98 98.95% of customer satisfaction rate, which is really leading the whole cloud industry. So, so we don't just sell AI, but we deliver the AI outcomes with our tech capabilities, with all our services. So to close my presentation, I just want to invite you to visit our hall. If you don't have the opportunity to visit our booth, so it is in the hall 2 and the booth 2C74. And if you want to try our AI models, so you can scan the QR code and try it for free. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Edwin. We now welcome our guest speaker Alex Caballero Fernandez, CTO of International Markets at Atos.
Good afternoon. First, thank you, Edwin, thank you, Alibaba, to invite us to present this joint successful project that will show you a lot of the things that you have been already talking this afternoon. My name is Alex Caballero. I am the OI member of the Global CTO Office of Atos and the Cloud Domain Leader of the Atos Research Network. Atos is one of the global SIs with over 60,000 people in 67 countries in the world. As you can imagine, data and AI is one of our strategic themes for the future. We have a range of services that spans from hardware for HPC to the full lifecycle services of advisory, implementation, and managed services. And nowadays, working in this area, it's needed to have an ecosystem of key partners. And Alibaba is one of our key partners in that sense, not only for this project that we are going to talk about, but for a lot of other things. And then you can ask, why Alibaba? First of all, we have long-term experience working with them in international opportunities, mission-critical opportunities like the Olympic Games, where we have been working together in several cases in the past. Both companies have leading-edge capabilities and skills in the area of hybrid cloud and AI. You have been listening a lot of things about Qwen in this afternoon. To add something that it was really important for this project is that probably Qwen is recognized as one of the best, if not the best, LLM model in terms of language coverage and accuracy. And that was really important for a customer that works in Arabic mainly. We have very aligned ways of dealing with customers. Client relationship, client intimacy, it's really needed. And delivering quality services at a competitive price is something that must be done always. And that was one of the, a lot of the reasons that we were working together in this case for a government client in Saudi Arabia. They had the need to modernize, transform their traditional office operations and increasing the performance of their client service delivery. And we came back together with a solution based on an AI-powered office operations, using a cloud AI platform, looking for enhancing the skills of their employees, looking for helping them in automate the workflows and the business processes, wanting to enable them and to enhance the abilities in terms of collaboration and data analytics abilities. To do that, as you can imagine, we use the Alibaba Cloud Qwen platform for putting this solution in place. We began with SaaS multi-tenant platform because they wanted to have the opportunity to onboard other IT agencies in the country. So it has to be possible to onboard them, subscribing to different services, and to having their own workspace with their own data. We did in a local implementation of Qwen because it was in Saudi Arabia. They wanted to have a sovereign platform, so you can imagine that we wanted to have a complete compliance to the regulations and laws of the country. We included all the elements needed for the data management, data privacy themes, because we wanted to maintain the platform updated with the new documentations that they were needed to implement the services. So fine-tuning RAG models in order to be present from the beginning and continuously updated to enhance the application that we were putting on top of the platform. We did it in phases. We began with an initial phase putting in place a smart chatbot, working with domain or private domain or a specific domain documentation for each of the entities that were being onboarded. Then we put in place also a chatbot for business intelligence in order to use natural language processing to get insights into the different data flows that they have at that time. In the second phase, we added 3 additional modules. We were working on the long text summarization activities in order to help them on getting insights from the long policies, documents, or regulations in the country in order to facilitate them to work on them and answer quickly to the citizens. We added also a writing assistant where we were working with a specific templates and prompts in order to help them to create the report that they were used to do in a regular or periodical way. It also included a specific mode for instance, for science or for coding, because it was also the platform to be used in order to help, as I said before, in the workflow automation activities. And then also a newsletter generator, that it was a platform needed for helping them in preparing official communications from the different agencies. As you can imagine, we also created all the complete user interface. This is really important. It's something that employees need to find really easy to work with these kind of services and don't create a barrier of entry from the user interface. So it was also something that we were taking care of. And as you can imagine, the system could work seamlessly in Arabic or English. It was something that there should be no friction at all in working in different languages. And we have been seeing already the benefits of putting this in place. First, I would say that the fact that it has been quite successful, that we have been proving the scalability of the systems. We have already more than 50 new entities, organizations subscribed to this platform. We are seeing the benefits and the increased efficiency of using automation with 60% of the reduction time in document processing. We are also seeing the increased citizen satisfaction ratios go up due to the fact that we are able to answer quicker to their incidents and inquiries, and also with the cost reduction using a cloud native architecture has helped this client to reduce the 30% of their IT overhead for managing this application. And we are not ending here. We have a lot of new ideas to put in place on top of the platform. In one case, or in some cases, it will be enhancing the functionalities that are already there. In some cases, we'll be adding new elements like perhaps predictive analytics or the policy impact modeling that can be really interesting for the country. And I hope to be, or to have the possibility to be here next year, talking to you and explaining which has been the success of implementation of these new functionalities. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. We are also honored to have Jorge de la Nuez, Head of Technology and Innovation at Olympic Channel Services, to share how AI is supporting the Milano Cortina 2026.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Yes. Good afternoon, dear friends. My name is Jorge. I'm heading technology, operations, innovation, a little bit at Olympic Channel Services, the digital infrastructure and arm of the International Olympic Committee. We have just had the closing of Milano Cortina 2026 Olympic Winter Games, like it has been mentioned before here, in the last weeks. And now it's a great pleasure today for me to present you how OBS, Olympic Broadcasting Services, and OCS have been working with Alibaba Cloud in the past years, not only to deliver these just finished Olympic Games, but also how we are building together a lasting digital legacy.
Watch out, 2030, here we come.
Love you guys, thanks for watching.
The video gave you a broad overview on what we already delivered in Milano, based on AI technologies predominantly offered by Alibaba Cloud. OBS, they delivered the spectacle of the games, capturing every peak athletic moment in real time for a global audience. OCS builds the digital place for global fans gathering, including games time and flame-to-flame period, so from we turn off the Olympic flame until the next games come up. Leveraging AI to transform Olympic content into a perpetual, year-round digital legacy. Alibaba is helping both companies, OBS and OCS, with its cloud-based AI technologies to enhance content delivery, viewer experience, and operational efficiency. Specifically at OCS, we have developed along the official fans gathering place since 2016. Let me present you here a little bit of the history of the Olympic Channel and Olympics.com. So ideation by Thomas Bach, the former IOC president, in 2014 got approved, the program for the Olympic Channel creation, and we started right after Rio 2016 with the first newly digital place called olympicchannel.com. Along the years, we transformed it into the one single place in 2021, right before the postponed Olympic Games for Tokyo, into Olympics.com and the Olympics AMP. We have developed over the last years a very close relationship with the organizing committees to build the digital place for the Olympic Games and continue that activity along the different upcoming and future games, even with assigned collaborations up until 2034. OBS began to use and integrate AI as early as 2018 for the Pyeongchang Winter Olympic Games, at the same time that we began our collaboration with Alibaba Cloud. We have three main goals with Alibaba Cloud AI technologies. Number one, enhancing the viewer experience. Number two, optimizing content workflows. And number three, improving planning and operational efficiency. Let's first talk about enhancing the viewer experience. You saw already in the video some good examples of different visual representations that we can now achieve with the use of AI. As in the use case of Alibaba multi-camera and stroboscopic replays, is able to semantically analyze the visual content and separate the sport action from everything else. Once a particular sport action is isolated, then it can be further analyzed and presented in many ways, allowing for much better storytelling. Also, performance data can be derived, like heights of jumps, spin, trajectories of ball, etc., which can be presented and make the sport much more understandable. In a multi-sport environment like the Olympics, such tools can tremendously help lesser-known sports to become more watched and so more popular over time. Another important area where AI is revolutionizing sports broadcasting relates to content repurposing. That is how live content is being reused during and after the live is over, even years later when it is stored in deep archives. This is where tagging and classification becomes of the utmost importance, an area which up to now required very extensive and very expensive manual work. Using AI tools supported by Alibaba, we can now tag and classify content much more deeply and efficiently than ever before. I think it was mentioned in one of the slides before, we hold up to 8 petabytes of content nowadays, including high definition and UHD. Moreover, computer vision and LLMs enable even natural language-based search for visual content. OBS, with the help of Alibaba Cloud, has developed several tools which we can call collectively automatic media description project to enhance the speed and the accuracy of the metadata generation used for our tagging and classification of content. Applications span on all areas for content repurposing, from content discovery to automated highlights, story summaries, and much more. OCS, as a sister company of OBS, is responsible for Olympics.com, the website and the Olympics mobile apps. That is the home of the global Olympic sports fan nowadays. Alibaba Cloud AI helps OCS to drive an interactive global fan engagement platform, turning passive browsing, like a classic website, into an active participation for a global community. But we are aiming for even more. We are aiming with Alibaba Cloud AI to unlock the full potential of the vast Olympic archive content, transforming historical moments into intelligent, personalized experience that empower the global fan with deeper engagement and equip global media professionals as well with instant, story-ready content. Let's take a closer look at this. So as the unique home uniting billions of fans, Olympics.com is a unique place for them globally. We are using already AI to support editorial processes through several editorial co-pilots. With AI, we do enhance story ideation and drafting, narrative impact and emotional engagement, and AI-powered search and assistance transform for us a vast historical archive into personalized narratives, enabling fans for effortlessly uncover hidden gems and relives iconic moments. A very exciting new initiative by us in partnership with Alibaba Cloud is the creation of the Olympic AI Assistant. What is the Olympic AI? It is an LLM-powered chatbot service available on Olympics.com, publicly available, that allows the Olympic fans to ask general questions, request recommendations, or find content within the site from the deep Olympic archive. AI-generated article summaries giving global fans a quick, accessible overview of each article that we publish on the website. The snackable insights feature, which dynamically inserts contextual relevant pieces of information, such as athlete bios, updated ones, sport history, or key statistics within the articles. The AI Daily Recap feature, which provides users a personalized summary of key events, match results, and highlights from the day, is key for success. And now, most importantly, what we aim for is beyond the podium, post-games, flame to flame. We will use Alibaba Cloud AI to unlock Olympic archive for full potential. Intelligent media enrichment. With AI, we automate the generation of high-precision metadata and time codes, proactively filling archival gaps to ensure that every asset is instantly searchable, editable, and ready for production. Content discovery on official platforms, including Olympics.com, Olympics app. AI-powered search transforms vast historical archives into personalized narratives, enabling fans to effortlessly uncover hidden gems and iconic moments. Thank you very much. That was all.
Thank you, Jorge. Our final session is a panel discussion, Break New Business Ground Globally. The panel will be moderated by Vladimir Tsiganov, Director of International Business, Senior Staff Expert of AI Product and Solutions at Alibaba Cloud Intelligence Group, with panelists Duran Doshi, Vice President of Industry Advisory at SAP Asia Pacific, Chen Min, Senior Director of AI Engineering at Vivo, and Martin LeBlanc, Chief Experience Officer at Freepik. Welcome.
Have your seat. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for your time. Staying with us, learning what we do in tech. I hope really enjoy our extensive lineup of the keynotes. What a fantastic sharing with Jorge. The team and I, we just returned from Milano Cortina. Our memories is very fresh how it was in Olympic Games. So I have the a very nervous feeling about the video that we just watched because we witnessed them in the first hand. Today, we actually get a very pivotal moment because what we see is AI has moved beyond the hype. It is now the central nervous system of the global business. But here's the paradox. The AI can access globally, but its impact is deeply local. So how can we harness this technology to break new grounds without getting lost in fragmentation? That's pretty much what we're going to discuss today, because we want to explore how AI is not just changing industry, but actually define what is possible across consumer hardware, the creative platform, and enterprise software. So without further ado, I would like to begin our panel. Before we start the questions that I prepared for you in advance, I'd like to give you a chance to introduce yourself and the company so that our audience can know better. Maybe we can begin with you.
Sure. Thanks, Vladimir. I'm Dhiren Doshi, part of SAP. SAP, if in case you're less familiar, it's a business process company. We are basically driving the business data as a guide into AI. So I'll talk a little bit about that later. We span across 25 industries, and we are, while many may think of us as ERP, SAP does a lot more than that, supporting some of the new business models. I look after a few industries: telecoms, retail, fashion, consumer products across Asia Pacific, based in Singapore. Happy to be here.
Thank you. Chunmin, how about you?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Chunmin. I'm in charge of Vivo AI engineering team, and I'm very glad to be here. And so let me give a brief introduction about Vivo. So many of you might be quite familiar with this brand. Basically, Vivo is a high-tech company that creates great products. Our value is design-driven. So we have very great products like mobile phones, right? And also we have intelligent services. So we are aiming to create a bridge connecting humans and digital world. And in terms of technology, just as I mentioned, we have lots of consumer technologies, and we are investing heavily on telecommunication, 5G, 6G, artificial intelligence, and industrial design, imaging system, and etc. And in terms of the market, and we have a very broader market share globally, and we have a sales network over 60 countries and regions, and we have over 500 million global users. And yes, and in terms of AI, we have a very broader investment in AI technology. And we have established our AI Research Institute in 2018. And now we are investing AI technology to deliver exceptional user experiences for all of our mobile phone users in the world. Yes.
Fascinating. Thank you very much. Martin.
Yeah. I'm Martin Leblanc. I'm Chief Experience Officer of Freepik. And Freepik is a company that creates products around generative AI, so image generation, video generation, audio generation, including other more complex workflow tools. We are partnering with companies like Alibaba, for example, to import their generative AI models, and then we help companies that are typically filmmakers, marketing agencies, marketing departments, and help them get the most out of generative AI. My role in the company is to lead two different teams. So one is studios, which is a team of creatives who then help enterprise, for example, actually get good results. So we are combining creativity with the technology.
Indeed.
And the other team is called Academy, which is a scalable learning platform.
Yes.
That also helps.
Fantastic. Thank you, Martin. If you didn't visit our booth, please come. We have fantastic demo of the Freepik. I think it's a new generation. The company is focusing on video generation. Is very fascinating as a domain of technology. So let's begin with the question. So Chunmin, I would like to begin with you. In the area of AI-dominated hardware, right?
Yeah.
So how you redefine the concept of the smartphone, and what is now more important, the hardware that power the device or the operating system that actually manage all this together?
Oh, yes. Regarding this question, well, in today's AI age, hardware and operating system level AI cannot be viewed in isolation. And we believe that the next decade of mobile innovation won't be defined by hardware alone, but by the deep integration of hardware and operating system and AI. So in 2024, we have launched our AI strategy, which is focusing on personal intelligence, and that is intuitive, personal, and private. However, I think the challenge here is the massive computing power required by these large language models, or AMs, right? So this is where our partnership with core partners like Alibaba Cloud becomes critical, because we, as a mobile phone company, we are quite heavily investing on edge side, which is to optimize our models to run on devices. And Alibaba Cloud provides the high performance infrastructure needed for the training and inference for the cloud side models, right? And this cloud edge synergy is our true competitive edge. And furthermore, our hardware innovation progresses will gain more system-level AI capabilities. And these developments are very inherently complementary. So overall, the conclusion remains very clear. The integration of hardware and operating system-level AI could be multifaceted and very critical.
Wow. That's very insightful. Thank you very much. Martin, I would like to move to you. I know that you are moving from the design resources into the AI-driven creativity platform, right? And that pivot is actually quite significant for any business or any scale. So can you share how this change impact your products in the first place, your user, their experience, and maybe business overall?
So just a very short story about FreePic. It started out being a stock photo platform many years ago, and 3 years ago, approximately, I think we saw a tsunami coming. So we started really considering how is the company going to survive in the long run. And even back then, I think when we saw sort of like the early mid-journey results and so on, there were some improvements that were so dramatic that we could see that stock photos would become way less relevant. So we basically pivoted the company. We still call FreePic, but we are not free anymore, and we focus on many other things than pictures. So the company has undergone a complete change. I think every conversation at the moment in the company, we still have stock images and videos and so on, but the majority of the company is fully focused on generative AI and building products based on that. And in the process, of course, we also have a team where we basically had a team that was optimized for stock imagery. So we had hired photographers and graphic designers and all these people. They were incredibly creatives, but we didn't need them to make stock content anymore. So what we've done now is that we've basically been reschooling them. So instead of downsizing the team, we actually moved these guys into generative AI, and now they're advising enterprise customers, for example, on how to get the best results out of generative AI. So we did a lot to avoid having to downsize simply because we did the transformation.
Indeed.
And luckily, I would say that whenever you want to get good results, let's say with video models, image models, having a background as a photographer is really necessary to get great results. So we can see that those skills has been transcending this kind of like revolution in generative AI.
True. And actually, this is one of the good results, how AI not simply disrupt, right, but actually dominate how companies should adapt. Not just simply their business, but the way they structured. As you were saying, the creators must come with the AI engineers, with the machine learning experts to come up with something new products and the tools, and actually find a new applications of what they did in the past, but with the power of AI. Yep. With this, I would like to move to you, Darren. I think we should start very sharp. We're all here talking about AI and how AI will impact the SaaS business. So can you share your opinion on how the enterprise software will look like, and will it be replaced with the AI, or are we expecting something else?
Sure. Not surprisingly, that's been one of the big questions we get often from clients across all industries, right? With the advancement of AI, how smart it's becoming, how, with agentic crossing different workflows, can it actually learn, decipher, and then start building and advancing software and then models that support business processes, right? So it's a very common question. And I think it's interesting. Let's take a step back, right? Enterprise software in the past used to be a system of record, right? System of record, which today it's probably advancing to a system of reasoning, right? Where it's able to, decipher certain things, look for insights, and maybe there's a certain element of intelligence. I think then tomorrow brings us to the system of action, and this is where Agentic AI comes in, where co-pilots used to assist humans. Agents will basically augment or replace certain actions that humans used to have to do manually before, right? It does not replace humans entirely. If we now go back to enterprise software, I think the big change that's happening is it's becoming more autonomous, right? So enterprise software is not going anywhere, at least that's our belief, right? It's not becoming obsolete, but its role will change, right? And I think in terms of the system of records, you still need some place to store the records to ensure compliance, traceability, and resilience, right? And then that really is the foundation, the data that powers AI, right? So in a way, it's really the control layer for the intelligence that AI brings, right? So that's the way SAP sees it. And maybe I'll just add one more thing. SAP understands the semantic structure of business data. And what do I mean by that? Semantic structure means, let's step away from consumer AI for a bit, but for enterprise AI, a contract, service level agreement, invoice levels, financial data, it's not the same across different business models, right? We won't go into too much detail, but the semantics are critical by business process, by domain, and by industry, right? And that's what SAP understands well. Our agents basically operate with that contextual intelligence, right? Which is the main difference between grounded AI and generic AI. So this is grounded in business context, and that contextual intelligence is very different from probabilistic, approach that otherwise is taken. So that's where we see enterprise AI, enterprise software evolving and providing the guardrails, the frameworks that will only elevate the application of AI across industries, across processes.
Fantastic. What I like really is the highlights on automation to autonomous systems, right? Because with this transformation actually comes so many new requirements that we didn't experience before, and how to implement them, how to control them, especially when we're not doing the calculation, but rather predictions on different levels and different scale of it. With this, I want to move into something that we already started to discuss a bit about the business models, right, and how AI is reshaping the business models. I will exploit the advantage that we have so different businesses here. We have enterprise software, we have hardware, we have the creative platform. Martin, I would like to begin with you. So can you share with us your take on beyond the tool, AI as a tool, how do you see it impacts your business model for creators globally, and also to the act of creativity itself? Because before it was primarily driven by the human and quite, let's say, was driven by the expertise of the people who know how to create the arts.
Yeah.
But now with the machine, how does it change the perspective of your business?
So what we've seen is that with generative AI, you can, for example, do things that you would have to have, for example, skills in Photoshop to do, which would require maybe training or graphical design skills and so on. Now that is possible for way more people to do this kind of task. And we've seen different trends. One of the trends has been that more companies, instead of relying on external agencies for creativity, is starting to basically insource it, pull that process back into the company, because they can work faster and more effectively. and they can now utilize maybe the people that they had on the team who were maybe not experts, but now with generative AI tools, they can actually do it and get great results themselves. So we can definitely see a dropping reliance on the traditional type of agencies. On the other hand, there's also a new breed of agencies popping up, and we call them AI natives. And AI native agencies are basically building new ways of creating marketing content, for example, but purely on generative AI. So it's a way more rapid process. There's a lot of more maybe automation. One example is, for example, we're talking a bit about like how maybe this changes creativity. We have customers who are working, for example, with advertisement, and they need to put, for example, some food into an ad and put some text on top, but then have it localized to 100 different languages. And maybe even creating banner formats in many different sizes. This was traditionally a manual process and very time-consuming. And we've been sitting with marketing teams who then see that you can now automate that. You can now build a workflow so the creativity is no longer sitting and designing and moving things around in each individual advertising. It's more about building a workflow and then you automate that. So, and it actually, what they're saying is that it's releasing time for them to be more creative, because a lot of that time-consuming manual work can now be automated.
Yes, I really like that. From time to time, working with our own marketing team, and I need to do some video for the social media, this virality stuff. I'm not good at that at all. I'm not an actor somewhere. I'm from engineering background. I'm really happy that we have the platform like FreePeak that actually can, hide all my disadvantages in the screen. So thank you for that. I'd like to move back to Darren on your take around the SAP and how you are seeing the evolution of the services that you have. I'd like to ask you to share with us on embedded AI. How do you see that implemented inside the SAP for generating real business outcomes? Because that, at the end of the day, is how we're judging, is AI efficient and actually profitable in implementing it?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think that most businesses or enterprises are struggling with or addressing. And AI is not just about optimizing existing process, right? So let's level set first. With AI comes the opportunity to review, refine, and possibly step into entirely new business models. And I think we've seen this happen across so many industries, geographies, and so on, right? So it is not just about optimizing existing process. And from a SAP perspective, for us, embedded AI means intelligence is native to the business process, right? So if you look at supply chains, procurement, you look at, from an inventory, from a replenishment perspective, finance, whichever, it's very different just bolting on certain intelligence or certain insights into an existing process, right? So I think the fundamental value gets unlocked or there's potential when it's native to the process itself. So let me just give you an example to make this concrete. So if you take supply chains, for example, right? AI embedded in the planning systems itself can basically enable predictive demand sensing. So instead of having someone, look through various matrix and look for the signals in terms of demand fluctuation and so on, right? Looking at autonomous inventory rebalancing, taking into account priorities across your different customer segments or different channels, right? All of that basically helps enterprises reduce working capital, right? And increase service levels, all of which has direct margin impact. So the difference between enterprise AI and consumer AI, I'll keep calling this out because B2C, B2B2C, from an enterprise perspective, some of the graphs we saw earlier, it is not just about broad adoption. It is about the value that you unlock within certain processes, but with the right compliance and then guardrails in place, right? So, so it's hyper automation, but with guardrails. I think that's where SAP is focused. So in summary, automation needs to be process aware, right? It needs to be policy bound, and finally, it needs to be auditable, right, in the enterprise space. And this is where you will get trust in the long term, right? And I think I want to call out our partnership with Alibaba Cloud, right? So Alibaba Cloud provides us the AI native infrastructure, as well as, all the stuff we saw earlier, the advanced model capabilities, and most importantly, the regional compliance. So most of our enterprises are large global companies spanning multiple geographies, which means multiple regulatory standards, right, that are evolving constantly, right? Not just from policy and process, but also from data governance. So, for example, the partnership between SAP and Alibaba, it's critical to a lot of our larger customers that are spanning geographies. So that's, I think, worth noting. Yep.
Indeed, indeed. I fully agree with you, Diren, and I want to highlight again, I really admired the LLM as a technology, right? Transformer architecture as a foundation of it. We as end user were a bit spoiled by the experience of engaging with this stack as the chatbot-like Q&A, right? This technology, thanks to the SAP, what you shared, actually go beyond that, right? Because we realize that if we want to have tools like that in enterprise, the context, the compliance, the control, the visibility and the monitoring of that is crucial. And I think this is where we share the common ground when we work with SAP, because Alibaba Cloud and SAP we have very broad partnership. Thank you, Chemin. I want to continue with you. I have a very simple question for you. So how does your on-device AI strategy translate into the competitive advantage?
Okay, yes. Well, as a mobile phone company, from our perspective, we believe AI is not just a feature, but a real growth engine. Well, in the past 3 years, from our global phone users, we've seen a very significant user engagement through features like AI imaging, AI productivity, humanistic care, and etc. Well, in terms of imaging, we've introduced lots of popular features. Many of you might have been using it for a long time, like AI eraser, AI magic move, AI reflection remove. And well, I want to say in the imaging industry, we have been partnering with cross-industry partners like Zeiss, right? Zeiss is also a European company, and BMW and Motorsport. But now also we are leveraging open source AI models, just like the Alibaba's Qwen models. We use these open source models to provide great imaging experiences for our users. And additionally, we also want to further address complex daily challenges with very heightened visual intelligence. And this empowers users to intuitively find solutions without guesswork, requiring more powerful multimodal models and precise visual understanding technology. And simultaneously, advancements in AI open new possibilities for humanistic care. Many of you might not be quite familiar with this part. Actually, we have developed products like Vivo C, Vivo Here. These products are specifically designed for some impaired users, like visually impaired users or audio impaired users. Just take Vivo C as an example. This app supports real-time narration of visual content or text information. This could help these users better perceive the world. Yeah, so this app is also collaborating with Ali Cloud. Yeah, I think, and the last part of the AI impact is internal efficiency. And in Vivo, we have automated lots of repetitive tasks, just like data entry, customer service responses, or document review. And these features significantly reduces labor costs and error rates. And whether in finance, in human resources, in business operations, lots of departments, AI tech have been significantly reshaping workflows. Yeah. So overall, I think AI tech is not only a tool to reduce cost and increase efficiency, but also a key to build your competitiveness for your enterprise.
Indeed. Well, I was joking that it's an easy question, because imagine how complex the topic is. We had a lunch with Swimming earlier, and I can tell the difference in habits right now already. So me opening my large laptop and showing him something on the screen, and then Swimming just come up with his very fancy a smartphone, just open up and like show me how now it's done. And I can imagine next year we're going to be sitting here and how AI agent is going to replace much of the things that we now doing using the phone. Time flies very fast. I want to give you the last question. And that's a question rather about the future of AI. I can imagine just a handful of number of the people know what do we expect in the future. So let's give it a try. So I think we can begin with Diren. So tell us, are we heading towards the future of zero UI enterprise software, where AI agents replace the applications we know today, or how is it going to be?
Yeah. So will we see less traditional UI? The answer is absolutely, right? Will we see more conversational, more intent-driven, or agent-orchestrated workflows? Yes. But zero UI does not mean zero software, right? So enterprise applications cannot disappear, because bear in mind your AI is only as good as the data it utilizes. And I don't mean consumer AI, but for business AI, like I've stressed a few times, it is important that your data, it's compliant, it's regulated, right, and it's reliable. So enterprise software, beyond just the data, it also carries a lot of other critical stuff, such as embedded controls, compliance logic, financial integrity, and industry-specific process intelligence, right? So if you think about, can all of that be abstracted and controlled in a reliable fashion in an open environment? The answer is probably not. There are many things that you can, but certain things that, the guardrails don't just vanish in the agentic future, right? In fact, they become more critical. So maybe if I summarize, what could the future look like? You'll still have a system of record at its core, right? There could be more things floating out, but system of record at the core. You have a system of reasoning in the intelligence layer, right? And finally, you have a system of autonomous action at the edge, right? And this is where the agentic AI supplementation comes in, right? And I think the companies who will lead will not be those that just go off eliminating applications. I think it's about those who architect governed autonomy. So I use the word autonomy or autonomous a lot, but the companies that will win are those that architect governed autonomy, where AI can act, but always within transparent, auditable, as well as sovereign boundaries. So, yeah, that's perspective. Yeah.
Can't agree more. Can't agree more. Martin, to you. Tell us, is AI making creativity better or just generic? And what is your thinking? Who gets to decide what is good? Is it still artist, or is it algorithm?
So, yeah, the first question around whether generative AI is making creativity more generic, I don't believe so. I think it's really a new, very powerful medium. And I think we had maybe, let's say in the past, let's say you were a person with a good idea and enough time to write a book. You can write a quality book and tell your story. I think we're at a point where a person who has a great story, in their imagination, they would now sit down maybe and create an AI film and publish that and can possibly reach millions. So if you think it that way, it's like generative AI has suddenly given any individual on Earth the possibility to create, a story with video, which is even more powerful maybe than written words. So I think it's not a medium that kills creativity at all. We will always see, sloppy content. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's lots of drawings done with pen and paper that never saw the light of day. I think it's just more accessible that we can see all the bad stuff, and maybe we need, millions of bad videos before there's one that is great. And I think it's the same with, old mediums. And I think also we are right now in a phase where we're sort of like discovering what we can actually do. If we look back, for example, in history of when we had these kind of changes in medium, when we had like theater and we started getting into film, we were actually recording theater and putting that on film. So we sort of like, we were trying to recreate what we had and then putting that on the new medium. Right now, if you look at like what are people trying to do with generative AI, it's like a lot of them are trying to make it look like a Hollywood movie. But I think what we need to get to is like we need to get beyond that of just trying to replicate what we had in the past. And I think we saw like some really interesting examples here with, for example, for the Olympics, suddenly you can create a 3D replay, right? You can go way beyond, and this is where we need to push creativity, figure out what are the new options, and explore that instead of trying to just copy what a camera could do in the past.
Indeed, indeed. We did experimentation with what you're referring to as a volumetric replay, right? When you actually can use a fake camera and to navigate the content. Yep. We're quite excited to see that technology come into production, and hope we're going to apply that in the next Olympic Games with impossible replay. Thank you, Martin. Chanmin, for you, this is rather provocative. Will the smartphone die and to be reborn as the proactive AI agent? Will you come to me next year with some kind of magic ring on your arm and show me how old I am with my old big laptop?
Okay, so first of all, in the coming decade, we believe mobile phone wouldn't die. Okay, so why would we say that? Because, well, from our perspective, smartphones will evolve, right? Like, we believe a new intelligent agent era is coming, and it will undoubtedly transform the interaction of the phones, right? So we believe the future of the smartphone is becoming a personal AI assistant. It will evolve from a tool you use to a partner that understands your intent. So if you ask me what are typical AI features Vivo plans to launch within the next 1 or 2 years, and we believe it will be the comprehensive upgrade of our system using AI agents, which kind of enable you to control your phone with just one sentence. Yeah, and also we believe the next frontier could be multimodal AI. That's why we are already looking beyond phones, and we have set up our robotics lab, and we have a very innovative device which is called MR headset, and whether it's through your phone, your robots, or your MR headset, or any gadgets, and AI will be the hub collecting them all. Yeah, right? So in summary, we expect our phones to become a super assistant that could understand your intent and serve your daily life.
Sure. Thank you very much again, Martin, Chanmin, Diren, thank you very much. With the audience, I want to conclude this with the 3 takes away that I learned from you today and these days we passed together. So what is obvious to us is that AI is the ultimate bridge between global scale and local relevance. It can be on-device intelligence from the Vivo, or it can be democratized creativity through the FreePic platform, or predictive enterprise solution from the SAP. Second, what we look into is the future isn't about the replacing humans, but rather how AI can be used to amplify every domain of our operations, of our enterprise expertise in our workplace. And the last is no company can win alone in this new era of AI. The partnership is the key, and you can see the example of Alibaba Cloud partnering with the various companies creating these additional values. So the partnership is actually the way to convert the fragmentation of implementation of AI on global scale into the fuel that will drive our business. With this, I will conclude our panel. Thank you very much again for the panelists, and thanks again for being with us today. And enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.